Night falls on Omaha as we welcome you inside the Qwest Center. 10 individual national titles are on the line. A lifetime of sacrifice and discipline is rewarded tonight in the Heartland as wrestling takes center stage. The NCAA Division I National Championships start now.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all you get to prove you are the best, and he is not. There is no help defense. No one protecting your weak side.
I'm thinking clear. I'm thinking get to my offense and score points. Put as many points on the board as possible.
I'm making sure that I'm going to my offense hard.
Break this guy down physically and mentally.
But when the referee raises your arm in the air,
for that couple seconds, everybody's cheering.
That's what wrestling's all about, especially at this level.
You realize you've won. One of the best feelings in the world.
3 days, 5 matches, 7 minutes.
To prove.
I'm the best wrestler.
I'm the best wrestler.
To prove that I am the best wrestler in the country.
The NCAA Championships on ESPN next.
The NCAA Wrestling Championships is presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Welcome to Omaha, inside the Qwest Center, the 2010 NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships, and they are alive in a jam-packed Qwest Center. The team standings have already been wrapped up. Iowa takes home its 3rd straight national championship, and look at Cornell out of the Ivy League placing 2nd place. And hello, everyone. Welcome to Omaha alongside my partners, Olympic champion Jeff Blatnick and Tim Johnson. Tim, when you talk about Iowa and everyone's talking about this week in Omaha, you got to talk about the Fab Five.
Well, the Hawks are soaring because they have 5 in the championship. Freshman sensation Matt McDonough going to try to get it done early in his career. Daniel Dennis at 133 trying to end his career as a champion. The surprise at 141, Montel Marion, 6 feet coming in. And need I say more at 149, Brent Metcalf versus Lance Palmer. And at 174, undefeated Jay Borschel.
So Iowa has put 5 into the finals, but for all of these athletes, it all comes down to this. 7 minutes, a lifetime of work, culminating tonight in Omaha. Jeff Blatnick, you've been there before. What are they going through?
It's called anxiety, and you have to be able to deal with the pressure, the crowd noise, the pageantry, the interviews. But all in all, you have to stay relaxed, and once you suit up, you have a game plan. Block out the negative, see yourself being successful, and then go out and execute.
10 matches, 10 national titles decided tonight. We sit it down to the 4th member of our broadcast team, Quint Kesnick.
Thanks, Todd. Our most anticipated match tonight will come at 149 pounds. Brent Metcalf, he is the face of the Iowa Hawkeye program. He's got a relentless motor. He'll be squaring off against Lance Palmer, Ohio State. Power is his signature. These seniors have met 5 times. Metcalf leads the series 4-1. The one loss, though, 2 weeks ago in the Big Ten Finals, where Palmer threw Metcalf to his back late in that match. Tonight, a rematch for the gold trophy.
Excited to correct a wrong. And, you know, he's a tough opponent. He's good in his positions. And I've got to stay in my positions where I'm good.
I'm excited. We've never wrestled in the national finals. It's always been in the quarterfinals or the semifinals. So I'm excited to let it all hang out and go after him.
For the seniors, this is it. Their last chance at a national championship. You'll see it next live from Omaha.
The truck's here.
When you want more cargo room, Enterprise will pick you up.
We're making a playhouse.
And get you on your way to special memories.
How's it going?
Finished.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that saving swagger a full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, We've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
So what do you think?
We need his experience.
Yeah, but he has more energy.
Now you can get the best of both. Try Touch of Gray. Combs away a little gray without getting rid of it all.
I've got big plans for you.
Touch of Gray.
Right now, when you stay 2 separate times with Comfort Inn or any of these other Choice hotels, you can earn a free night. 1 + 1 = free. No matter how you add it up, it's free. Book now at choicehotels.com.
If you're taking 8 extra strength Tylenol a day on the days that you have arthritis pain, you could end up taking 4 times the number of pills compared to Aleve. Choose Aleve and you could start taking fewer pills. Just 2 Aleve have the strength to relieve arthritis pain all day.
The NCAA Wrestling Championships is presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. We'll pick you up. And in part by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. And Touch of Gray. Gets rid of some gray, never all.
A beautiful night in Omaha, Nebraska, inside the Qwest Center. Not a seat to be found. These are the Division I NCAA Wrestling Championships. And there is the head man, Tom Brands, for the University of Iowa Hawkeyes, 3-time national champions, back-to-back-to-back, and his 4th season as the head coach. As we kick things off tonight in the 125-pound weight class, Andrew Long of Iowa State, a freshman, the 2010 Big 12 runner-up, going head-to-head with Matt McDonough, the freshman from Iowa. Andrew Long from Creston, Iowa, 4-5 versus top 10 this season. And remember, folks, he is a freshman performing on this sport's biggest stage. Same can be said for Matt McDonough in the 125 class from Marion, as we are set to go in Omaha. 7 minutes to glory.
These two guys, they're freshmen, both redshirt freshmen. They've wrestled 3 times this year, all close matches, all McDonough. But they're as mature a freshman as I've seen in a long time.
And what a compliment that there's such young athletes entering college with such great skills. It boasts great high school programs, and it shows up with 2 freshmen here in this finals. McDonough likes to use a left leg attack, as does Andrew Long. He's very good at a reshot.
You can follow along the scoring. Andrew Long of Iowa State has the red ankle bands. Matt McDonough of Iowa has the green ankle bands. Long from Iowa State, red. McDonough, Iowa, green.
This is how Long likes to wrestle. He comes out fast. He's had a lead in every one of the 3 matches they've wrestled prior to this. The dual meet early. They went to overtime in the Midlands. McDonough won 9-8 in the national duels. Coming from behind every time, and it's because early on, Long faded, and McDonough didn't. But it's a new day, and Long has gotten his weight under control, and I expect Long to be able to go all the way with him this time.
One match for the national championship. 7 minutes to glory. Andrew Long, the freshman from Iowa State. Matt McDonough, the freshman from Iowa.
Thus far, Long being the aggressor, moving forward, trying to gain holds.
Jeff, you mentioned they were both from good high schools, both from Iowa high schools. Long from Creston, Iowa. McDonough from Linn-Mar High School in Marion, Iowa. A teammate of Jay Borschel. He was a freshman when Jay Borschel was a senior.
Neutral! 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 What a great sprawl by McDonough. Long had his leg, but McDonough able to use a whizzer, rip the arm up, and sprawl away.
Andrew Long continues to attack. He has the single now. Can he convert it to a takedown?
And that was a reshot off of McDonough. McDonough dropping down to Long's ankle now. Look for him to lift it.
Neutral! 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 Neutral!
Now Long might have some opportunity here. He needs to try to... Oh, no, that's not going to happen now. McDonough ducking under his leg.
Good hip action by Long there.
Boy, this is a clinic in how to sprawl by both of them. What great action.
There's not a doubt in either of these wrestlers' mind that they're the one that's supposed to win either. They are so confident for freshmen.
Final 5 seconds here in period number 1. And it will end scoreless.
Iowa, everything to you. Top, bottom, neutral to first.
Well, there is the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championship tournament format. 10 weight classes, 3 periods each. We go 3 minutes, then 2 and 2. Team points awarded to the winners. But as we've mentioned, Iowa has already secured their 3rd straight national title. But for Tom Brands and his program at Iowa, winning the team title doesn't mean anything unless you take home some national individual titles. And there is a 1-point escape for Andrew Long of Iowa State.
Long did a really good job of not just getting hand control, but his elbows in tight and came up fast for the escape.
They were in this position before, and yeah, the referee breaks it quickly. McDonough using a whizzer to counter that down.
2 true freshmen going at it. There's Tom Brands, the head man from Iowa, already wrapping up the team championship. He's got 5 athletes in tonight's competition. And the booing you hear comes primarily from those clad in yellow and black. This arena holds about 16,000, and I can say about 7,000 to 8,000 of them are Iowa fans.
In the previous matches, every time there's a critical point that comes in the second period, and it's usually McDonough that has gotten the job done in the match around the end of the second period. McDonough gets in, and he just did again.
Matt McDonough, the 2-point takedown, so he takes the lead as we go under a minute here in the second period.
McDonough would like to ride now, try to take something out of Long, maybe keep him down for the rest of this period.
Both big 125-pounders. McDonough was a 133-pounder last year, and he just redid his body. He knew he had to go to 125 to get in the lineup. He's had this moment in his heart, and he has a motor on him that won't quit. And it doesn't even look like he's cut weight because he never runs out of gas.
Riding time, the bottom there of that graphic. If you go over a minute of what's deemed riding time of your opponent, you get an extra point. So if a match ends 2-2, but the riding time favors, say, McDonough over a minute, he gets the extra point, he will get the win.
Needs another 15 seconds to get that. He'll hang on here. McDonough will hang on.
And that riding time will be awarded at the end of the match.
Wow. That was kind of a quick whistle.
Don't move, let's go. Set.
And riding time is now on the board for McDonough of Iowa.
Final 10 seconds here in period number 2. It is Matt McDonough on top 2-1, but actually 3-1 by way of riding time. This is the 125 National Championship. As we go to the 3rd period, we quickly check in with Quint Kesnet.
We are with Iowa State coach Kevin Jackson. Kevin, down 2-1, but in effect it's 3-1. What has to change right now?
Well, we got to get that 50. We got to get 15 seconds off the riding time clock first, and then we have to score with our own attacks. We needed that point at the end of that period. That was huge. But right now, we just got to get 15 seconds off. We'll get on our feet, and then we'll have a chance to tie it up with a takedown.
So you're going to cut him after the riding time is run off?
Well, we'll look to ride him and turn him real quick, but if he gets to his feet, we're going to look to...
And what Coach Jackson was talking about is the riding time coming down under a minute. So effectively, Andrew Long has taken that point that McDonough had off the board.
He's doing a nice job of riding, tying up the wrists, keeping them in.
This is the 125 National Championship final period. Under 90 seconds to go. One of these men will be a national champion.
Only the 2nd time in history 2 freshmen have met each other for the national championship. The other time, an Iowa State wrestler, Perry Hummel versus Matt Reese from North Carolina State. This is history, man.
Long attempted a cradle and actually kept McDonough Long a lot longer than I thought he would. Great job by Long on top.
Matt McDonough now going 3-1 by way of a 1-point escape. So Andrew Long in the red needs a 2-point takedown to tie this thing up.
Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. This is where McDonough has won every time they've wrestled this year. But Long is a different wrestler than he was early on. He's got his weight under control. Let's see if he can match McDonough's motor.
Well, he has got less than a minute to a national champion.
Long Long's taken the hard road to get here, beating Robles and is an NCAA champion Escobedo. Advantage McDonough here with no warnings for stalling. He can really kind of get conservative here. There's the warning.
Not anymore. Got to keep
warnings though, and at the point.
Need to win that little battle of controlling the hands and inside tie.
Under 10 seconds now to go. Andrew Long has got to go now. 3, 2. That'll do it.
And the dream comes true.
McDonough has won it. And a disappointing finish for a very game Andrew Long, a true freshman for Iowa State, but tonight it's Matt McDonough of Iowa who gets the victory, the first individual title for Iowa. We set it down to Quint Kesnick.
Matt, I know you're excited. You want to run to your fans. What made the difference in that match?
Just staying strong, not giving up position, and not getting out of position, working for scores the whole time.
For a freshman, how are you able to keep everything about this event in the proper perspective?
Well, you know, you're worrying about one match at a time. Every time out there, it's not for championships. It's for a win. It's for a match. It's for bettering yourself and what you love to do. So I just go out there and try and win.
You're not even breathing heavy. Go celebrate with the Hawkeye fans.
And there are plenty of them in attendance. There they are. Matt McDonough, the 125 national champion. When we come back, we move to 133. Two seniors, Ness taking on Dennis when we return to Omaha.
NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN2. First round continues tonight.
Does your phone do searches? Does your phone do searches, for example, the word human? Does your phone do searches for human on the web? Then Google Maps for places named human? Your contacts for any friends named human, which would be weird if you had one. Even your music for songs you forgot you downloaded? Droid does. Search all digital creation. In a world that doesn't, Droid does.
Right now, buy a 3G smartphone and get a second one free, like the Droid. Only from Verizon.
I was getting depressed because of all the stress I was feeling at home. Had a poor credit score and the number would haunt me wherever I go. But I moved to a place where my credit could stink and nobody would care. I just wish that somebody had told me that place was a Renaissance fair. FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind, they've been singing our songs since we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, pointy slippers and green wool tights.
Free credit score and report with enrollment and triple advantage. This is not the free credit report provided for by federal law.
Oh, thank goodness you're back. What's going on, sir? We're slammed. Tons of people interested in all the money they could be saving by switching to Geico. Yeah, cool. Boy, did we miss you last week. That temp wasn't working out at all.
Took me all morning, but I got those quarterly figures for you.
Oh, he ate all my mints.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is. You can't really tell what people are made of on a sunny day. No, we find our true selves in the storm. This is the story of the Margraf family and the silver lining. On a summer day in June, a tornado touches down in Hartford, Wisconsin. Since all the power is out, Ray and Sue and their son Zach go to get a burger. Upon returning, a neighbor informs them that some woman was climbing around on their roof while they were gone. A note on their door explains it. The woman, from their insurance company, has already checked out the storm damage, and there's already a check in the mailbox for debris removal. Another note says if there's any further damage, just let us know. Now, what kind of insurance company would inspect the damage and issue a check before you even phone in a claim? The kind of insurance company Ray and Sue have. West Bend. It's true what they say. Storm clouds do have silver linings. Because the worst brings out...
Back in Omaha, Nebraska, reminder, the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship presented on ESPN by Capital One continues on Sunday with first-round regional games on ESPN and ESPN2 at noon and at 2:30 Eastern. Check your local listings for team matchups. Back inside the Qwest Center, we move on now to the 133 class after a very exciting 125 start. This one, another Iowa wrestler in Daniel Dennis, a fifth-year senior, taking on Jason Ness, the fifth-year senior from Minnesota. And you look at the record of Jason Ness at 30-0, the 2008 runner-up. Daniel Dennis 0-2 versus Ness this season. Would like to turn it. We've talked, gentlemen, about being able to beat an athlete once, maybe twice, but beating someone 3 times is very difficult.
It's actually the rubber match for him in their career. Last year he had it turned around. Dennis beat Ness 2 times, so it's their 5th meeting. They're 2-2.
Jason Ness of Minnesota in the gold singlet. Daniel Dennis of Iowa in the black.
Ness doesn't look it, but he is deceptively strong. He's really tough on top, and he has a half Nelson. That some guys just have signature moves, and that's his. And you can't let him get the half Nelson on you, and that's what's happened this year a couple of times against Dennis. Ness has gotten out fast. If Dennis can stay close, you just don't see Dennis lose late.
You mentioned Ness's half. He has 18 pins this season, which for a lightweight is pretty unusual. Very good on top, as you said.
3 periods. The first one, 3 minutes. Jason Ness of Minnesota on in the gold. I've got Daniel Dennis of Iowa in the black. We remind you that Iowa has already wrapped up the national title for the team competition, but head coach Tom Brands has 5 athletes wrestling in 10 classes tonight. He'd like to take on 5 individual national crowns.
You know, you talk about Iowa here in the crowd. This is key for someone like Ness here, keeping his poise. Keeping his poise in the face of 9,000 Iowa fans, in the face of the run of the Iowa championship participants.
The Hawkeye freight train that is called this week in Omaha.
Dennis with the Iowa style, pressure forward, constantly moving into Ness. Good double. Great sprawl by Ness.
Excellent defensive sprawl by Jason Ness of Minnesota. No points scored there, so they put him back in the center and restart.
Nice snap down, but no shot by Ness. And that's that battle within the battle. How to set your man up to get a good leg shot. It's called hand fighting, but it's also moving your feet and ripping on your opponent's head.
And as Ness is working on his head there, that wears on you. Even if you're not scoring, it's working. It's just like it's half Nelson. Even if it's not turning over, it's working because it's so tough. And there he is on a single. Ness in tight.
That's real deep. Oh, boy, he's got him pushed. Get home. He's going to keep, Ness will keep pushing back, trying to get a pin. Get home.
The Iowa fans love it. The Minnesota fans, not so much. And how about Daniel Dennis? A near fall, and he comes away with nothing for his opponent.
No points called here. Dennis trying to get the 2 points in. Look at the hip action out. Dennis gets away. No points at all, and here's where the poise comes in for Ness, because this is gaining for Dennis. If he can keep it close early, it goes to his advantage.
I'll tell you who had poise there was Dennis. He was close to being pinned, and he didn't panic.
And the first period comes to a conclusion. The 3-minute period in the 133 National Championship. Give you an idea of the score and how it works. There's the points breakdown. 2 for a takedown, which you'll see a lot. 2 in the reversal, 1 for skates. You also get the 1 on riding time. And then the near fall, you see the points as well. But riding time is very key because they will get 1 point if they ride for more than a minute. Jason Ness, Daniel Dennis going head-to-head, the 1 and 2 seeds in this tournament.
Both previous matches, by this time, Ness was out front. by 4 or 5 points.
Set. Daniel Dennis, the fifth-year senior, trying to give Tom Brands and the Iowa Hawkeyes their second individual national title. Moments ago, Matt McDonough, the freshman from Iowa, picked up the national championship in the 125 class. These are the 133s.
Dennis is getting out quickly. He's doing a real fast stand-up, and that prevents Ness from getting his legs in or pulling him back into the crab ride.
No, red, caution.
First caution, red.
You ready? Jason Ness getting caution there for a false start. Pat Fitzgerald, our referee.
Oh, right there, there's the half Nelson, but watch right away. Dennis is not going to ever think he can go with that. He's going to bow his neck. Look, he's going to keep his head up. He'll even freeze right there and act like he's moving on the bottom, but that half Nelson is so dangerous. Dennis did a great job. Look at, there's his head up again. He's got to shake a little bit so he doesn't get called for stalling. But I'll tell you what, it's a fake job because he just does not want to put his head down.
Well, he's stopping the half, but now Ness has kept him on the mat, and he'll have a chance to work him a little bit.
And this is where the riding time comes in for Jason Ness. He needs to get that over 1 minute. He'll pick up a point.
Two good things. Now, here's how he beat Dennis in the Big Tens. He put him in the crab, stepped a half in. Did he give points? No points. Last time it happened at the Big Tens, he got points. There's Tom Brands.
And Tom Brands had both thumbs up and threw his hips in and said, get up, get up.
Guys, stay near the line,
Twice now, Ness has had it close to putting it away. Once with that defensive pin, the other time close to near fall.
Ness maintaining that strong ankle control there. Ness from Minnesota in the gold. Daniel Dennis of Iowa in the black.
Little scrambled legs here. Dennis needs to push his knee forward. He's going to get it.
Two on the reversal for Daniel Dennis of Iowa. Under 30 seconds to go here in the second period. The 133-pound national championship on the line.
Perfectly orchestrated match so far by Daniel Dennis. He kept it close. He didn't get taken down. He didn't get back points against him. This is how Daniel Dennis wins because, like I said, this guy does not lose late if he's ahead or close.
And he's gotten riding time off the board now.
So the riding point that would have been in the column of Jason Ness has come off the board, and Daniel Dennis, as they go to the third period, has a 2-0 lead.
On this replay, look, he gets out, gets over, and he's going to shake that leg. He's going to shake that leg. There he goes and covers the hips and gets the 2 points, almost getting near fall points. Ness having enough savvy there that he went back to his base.
I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take that one. You were both moving, both moving.
Pat Fitzgerald from Edmond, Oklahoma, our official on the night.
One red.
There's an escape point. So Jason Ness now down 2-1 in the final period, under 2 minutes to go.
And now Ness needs to move forward. He needs a takedown.
No riding time at all here. It comes down. Ness is in on that single leg, but he didn't get it elbow deep.
Reshoots on, can't get it. Great defense by Daniel Dennis of Iowa.
Dennis is able to keep Ness on the backside, see, and that way isn't got the official on him for stalling, because right now the last two shots have been by Ness.
Well, it's forward motion by Dennis, that Iowa style. He's not going to give that up. Maybe in short time he will, but right now he needs to keep doing it.
See? And there's a 2-point takedown for Daniel Dennis.
Got knocked in the head. Ness got knocked in the head. One thing about Dennis is he doesn't. Here it is. Dennis just stuffs the head and goes around. But the thing about Dennis, he doesn't, he doesn't peck at you. He goes all out. He makes you look bad, just like that happened right there.
So with 1:07 to go in the third period, injury time, Daniel Dennis on top 4-1. Is Iowa on their way to a second individual national championship? Moments ago, Matt McDonough won it in 125. Let's look at this again.
The shot, the head goes down. He stuffed the head. He ran around. When he hit the head, Ness right there kind of knocked him out.
It might have hit his knee. But that forward pressure by Dennis, keeping Ness off balance. Ness took a shot. He wasn't in the best position. Yeah, there it was.
Yeah, banged his head in Dennis's knee, and watch Dennis stuffs and goes around.
Another good start, guys. Going to say set twice. Here we go. Set. Top man. Set. One run.
Escape point for Jason Ness, so he recovers nicely.
Wow, they're brawling now.
Final minute.
Inside trip attempt.
No riding time advantage for either.
So if you're Jason Ness in the gold singlet of Minnesota, you need the takedown, the two-point takedown.
No stalling warnings either. Now,
final 30 seconds.
And what people are yelling about, Dennis is blocking inside right now.
He's moving forward. He's not retreating.
And it makes it impossible for Ness to get past the head arms defense right now. One shot left for Ness, and it better be good.
Jason Ness of Minnesota has now 13 seconds.
Duck, look at the duck! And is he going to get back points? He does! Never say die!
Jason Ness has shocked this crowd.
We talked about mental attitude before a match. You can't give up. You have to see yourself being successful, and he did it at the most critical time.
With less than 13 seconds on the clock, Jason Ness, the fifth-year senior from Minnesota, down 2,
his dad.
It off.
That's Jay Ness, his dad. Follows him all over, got him started in wrestling, took him when he was young. Bloomington, Kennedy High School, Bloomington, the Minneapolis area, grew up wanting to be a Gopher.
I don't think you'll find a prouder dad anywhere in the United States right now as we send it down to Quint Kesnick.
Jason, that was unbelievable. What happened there with about 20 seconds to go?
I just kept praying to the Lord. The Lord gives some strength. Keep going, keep fighting 100% of the time. And got a bear hug, I don't know.
Down 4-1, you made it 4-2. You were down to basically one chance.
Yeah. It was desperation, but the Lord helped me get through with it. It was awesome.
Why'd you jump up and give your dad a big hug?
He got a seat down here, and I don't know, he got me so far here. He's helped me out a lot. Had to give him a big hug.
Congratulations. Amazing finish.
All right, thank you very much, Quinn, as we go back and look at this one more time of how this ended. The final 13 seconds. An amazing performance by Jason Ness, the fifth-year senior.
He had one shot left. Look at that level change. Then he gets in tight. The hips are in tight, and he lifts, bear hug to the mat, and he holds it. He knows he has it. He's the pinner, the all-time pinning leader of Minnesota program, and he got the back points.
When we come back, the 141s take to the mat when we return to Omaha.
If you're taking 8 extra strength Tylenol a day on the days that you have arthritis pain, you could end up taking 4 times the number of pills compared to Aleve. Choose Aleve and you could start taking fewer pills. Just 2 Aleve have the strength to relieve arthritis pain all day.
Real fans know that preparation is the key to success. That dignity should never get in the way of victory. But most of all, real fans know it never hurts to be down with the mascot. Being a real fan has its privileges. Show you're a real fan and root for your favorite team. To find out more, go to espn.com/Cheez-It.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that saving swagger a full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
A guy named his own price wants a room tonight for $65.
We don't go lower than 130.
Big deal. Persuade.
Okay, 65 for tonight.
You can't argue with a big deal.
We're so sure Priceline has the biggest hotel deals, we're announcing the Big Deal Guarantee. Book a hotel with name your own price, and if you can find a lower published price anywhere else, we'll match it and pay you $25. Book now. Big deal days won't last long at Priceline.
Chicken and bacon ranch and taste-tastic turkey breast are now $5 footlong subs. Any regular footlong sub for just $5. Hurry in. This offer won't last.
Right now, when you stay 2 separate times with Comfort Suites or any of these other Choice hotels, you can earn a free night. 1 + 1 = free. No matter how you add it up, it's free. Book now at choicehotels.com.
I've been told to desire a red Italian sports car.
I've been told beige and predictable fit my lifestyle.
We've been told hollow status symbols are the goal.
I've been told it captures my essence.
Every golfer's dream. A tradition renewed each year by the echoes of champions past. Timeless beauty springs again, tempting the world's elite, with danger at every turn. Thunderous roars lie in wait, drama yet to unfold. Its mystique, undeniable. First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Welcome back to Omaha, Nebraska, the Qwest Center, the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships. Reminder, Sunday night, ESPN shoots an NBA doubleheader. First at 8 Eastern, the Spurs face the Hawks. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the Trailblazers take on the Phoenix Suns. The NBA special edition on ESPN and ESPN360.com. That's coming your way Sunday. As we get set for the 141 class, and there is one proud father, Jason Ness's dad, making his way over to see his son, and that was fantastic finish in the 133 class. We move on now, though, in the 141s. That, my friends, is the true freshman, Kyle Dake. He has been sensational, not suffering a defeat since December 4th. His record 33-2. He'll be facing off with Montel Marion, yes, another Iowa wrestler, just a sophomore, bringing a record in of 32-7. So the crazy fans from the Ivy League, the Big Red, I don't know if that's Big Red or not, but they are here in force as Iowa has brought their contingent as well to Omaha.
Well, I was going to save my wow for Kid Dynamite, Kyle Dake, but the wow got taken by Ness's
oh, that was unbelievable.
Finish there. But Montel Marion, what's neat about this guy is he didn't even know for sure if he was the guy. I mean, earlier, Dan LeClaire was ranked as high as number 7 at 141 for Iowa. He had Slayton in there. He didn't even know he was the guy for sure until a month ago, and here he is in the finals.
Well, good choice by the coaches. Dake representing Cornell, best finish in school history.
I mean, I've been watching Kyle Dake in this tournament. I'm going, are you kidding me? That semifinal win against Humphrey, he was on his back and got off before any back points. And I said, how do you do that?
That's the kind of athletic talent he brings. He's very big for this weight class. Rob Cole, when I spoke with him yesterday, felt he may not be back in this weight class.
No, he'll be a couple of weight classes up by the time his career ends. He'll be a 57-pounder. Good. There's Rob Cole, NCAA champion at North Carolina. Comes from a great wrestling family. Bill Cole, 3-time NCAA champion at Iowa State Teachers College. And now UNI, and UNI just shocked the world basketball. They beat Kansas 69-67.
So big week for Cornell as well, as their basketball squad wins their first NCAA basketball game. But tonight it's all about wrestling, and the Big Red finishing second in the overall team standings. Kyle Dake, a big part of that, a true freshman here in the 141 National Championship. He is the #1 seed. Montel Marion there in the black singlet, the #6 seed.
I think Montel Marion's a good story. I mean, he came in, he was doing things his way, got a little trouble, but here's what I think. I think he bought into the program. He bought into what the coaches were saying. He's all in now to be the very best he can be. He's good at all positions, and he wants to win. That's why he's here.
If you have Tom Brand's disciplining you, I would tend to think you're going to listen. Jake, nice leg shot. Has it secure to try to trip now.
Wow. Look at the athleticism.
This favors Dake.
The parents of Kyle Dake, Doug and Jody Dake, in attendance. And what's that going to be for a mom to watch her true freshman sending off to college? And, oh, by the way, he's going to wrestle for a
head
national
outside
title.
single, warded up. Look at that.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
And that's Kid Dynamite right there.
Wow. Turn it all around. Coming out the back door, Dake scores the takedown.
Mom can breathe easy for a moment.
Look at this shot. Head to the outside single. He doesn't get it cut off because Dake cuts his own arm off. Then the hips. Look at this. He keeps them in tight. Comes out, around, gets the leg. But look at toe in, and both legs. 2 points. Rewarding the offensive wrestler there at the edge.
Kyle Dake in the red singlet out of Cornell, the true freshman. 2-0 lead on Montel Marion of Iowa.
How tough is Dake on top?
Very good.
Humphrey chooses neutral in the semifinals against a true freshman. That tells you how, I mean, this kid can ride, and usually getting on the mat, getting out from underneath and on top is the weak point for freshmen coming out of high school.
Well, he uses that long body, great leverage. But Marion gets it done.
And they give Marion a 1-point escape, and the Iowa fans and coaches thought it should have been more.
Terry Brands there, along with Doug Schwab, both NCAA champions for the Hawks in their day.
Final seconds ticking away here in the first period, and it'll be Kyle Dake on top 2-1 as they go to the second period as we check in quickly with Quint Kesnick.
Yeah, special guest Jordan Lean, former Cornell national champion back in 2008, who trains out of Ithaca right now and trains with Kyle Dake in the wrestling room. What was your first impression of the freshman?
He's just got the intangibles. When he came in this year, he walked into the room and he expected to beat everyone. He expects to beat me. He expects to beat anyone that he wrestles. And so when he doesn't understand why, and he takes it personally. You're going to see amazing technique, you're going to see amazing skills, but if you watch closely, you're going to see something real special, and it's what's inside that almost no one else has.
We see dozens of highly acclaimed high school wrestlers fail in their freshman year. Why has he been so successful?
He refuses to accept failure at any level. He takes it personally when he gets taken down in the room. He takes it I mean, it affects his soul almost. So him out here wrestling, he's a well-balanced man, but he has to win. According to him, he has to win right now. So he'd do anything that it took to do it.
The flurry in the first period, an example of kind of his cockiness. He didn't bail out.
Oh, absolutely. He won't get taken down. If he gets taken down, he sometimes gets taken down to his back because he just refuses.
Last point, what does he got to do here on top? Now he's got riding time in his back pocket.
Excuse me, I've been yelling too much. Gosh, just riding tough here is important. I mean, it takes it out of the bottom man. He's controlling the tempo. And then if he rides tough here, then the third period can be his, and he can control it.
Jordan Lean, thank you. NCAA champion, Todd.
All right, thank you, Quint. Jordan, the 2008 national champion out of Cornell, giving us his very unbiased opinion, someone who has wrestled with Kyle Dake, and right now Dake in control, 4-1, plus riding time, which gives him an extra point, and under 45 seconds now to go here in the second period.
Dake was successful tilting Montel Marion.
In the period. 19-2, his record in NCAA qualifiers, and he's just turned 19, so he's still a teenager on the sport's biggest stage.
Elbow last.
Getting those back points were big for Dake right there because he looks like he's huffing and puffing a little more than he has the whole tournament. And I'll tell you what, another thing about Montel Marion, he's in shape as well. But the way Dake is riding him right now, throwing in the half, even if he doesn't turn him, it's working because it wears on you. Time, strength, power.
And he does it by that crab ride. He'll pull him into his lap, do a backward roll, and there he's looking either for the claw or the half to tilt his opponent.
And what's telling is the head on the mat, the elbows out, head on the mat. You're not going anywhere if you're Montel Marion from underneath when you're in that position.
Over 2 minutes of riding time now.
But down 3 points plus the riding time point. Marion's got to mount some offense here as we go under 10 seconds in the second period.
Well, if he could score here, that would be big.
And the second period comes to a conclusion. Kyle Dake on top 4-1. His mother, Jody Dake, in attendance, watching her 19-year-old son compete for the national championship.
Good start. Get set on bottom. Set. Don't move. Optional start. Cover. Wrestle. One. Red.
So the one-point escape is given up to Kyle Dake. Why would you choose that?
Because he's explosive, and he's saying my best opportunity is to go on the feet and try to either mount some takedowns or get into a scramble where I get the takedown and near fall in the same
So
bunch.
you're basically saying give up a point to get 2.
Exactly, and why waste time if you know you're not going to be able to turn him? That's why he cut him right away.
Kyle Dake now 5-1 in the third period. 1:33 to go to a national championship.
Up. Break.
All right, gentlemen, if you're in the corner of Montel Marion, what are you telling your wrestler? What does he have to do now besides put points on the board?
Marion is to move forward and do the Iowa attack. Try to get into the hips, do a double, maybe put him right to his back. For Dake, it's going to be tie up Marion's hands.
And Dake's such a competitor. You heard Jordan, I mean, he'd go to his back before he'd get taken down, but that could work against you, too. You got to be smart here. Dake is, but he's a true freshman. Remember that. Doesn't act like one, but it's still the national finals.
Marion's got the single in on Dake. Look at the defense by Kyle Dake.
Unbelievable. And he arches through.
Had himself in a very precarious situation there and somehow found a way to get away and no points.
Marion in tight. He just couldn't get cut across again. He cuts across now, but the hip action of Dake, and then he's able to grab the legs and, like Jeff said, arches through.
Great athleticism. Heavy, heavy hips.
Well, he's so long and lanky as well. Look at, there's again the shot, but this time not able to get past that defense of the arm and head.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Dake's got a leg in.
There's the 2. He's able to cast his hips over.
Marion now one takedown away from tying this up. Remember, the riding time in favor of Kyle Dake.
So he's more than one takedown away.
And he's got to cut him, which is a point for Dake.
That riding time cannot be erased. So he needs something more than a takedown.
Needs back points.
So 6-3, Montel Marion 3 points down plus the riding time.
Can Marion get into Dake and dump him to his back? It's not going to happen here.
Now under 15 seconds to go. The final 10 seconds for the true freshman on his way to a national title.
He's trusting his hips right here.
And Dake has become the first freshman at Cornell to win an NCAA title. An impressive performance for the 19-year-old.
And some people say the finals are boring. Wow. What a first 3.
I said this at the start of the tournament to you, Jeff. I said, I don't think this kid knows how good he really is.
I've had the pleasure to watch him for quite a while, and he just put a exclamation mark next to Cornell's second place finish. They still got Lunas coming up.
Kyle Dake, the 19-year-old freshman from Cornell with a 33-2 record coming into this tournament. He's now standing by with Quint Kesnick.
Kyle, congratulations. You come out of that tunnel tonight. What were your expectations?
Go out and win. Model all year, national champ. Stay after it, wrestle tough. Win the match.
There was a scramble in the first period where you were a little vulnerable for a second. What was going on in your mind?
I don't know, just don't stop wrestling. No matter where you are, if you're on If you're on the floor, don't stop wrestling once you hear that whistle. Keep wrestling.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Go celebrate.
So 3 classes down, 3 different schools picking up national titles. It was Iowa first, then Minnesota. Now Cornell has the opportunity to celebrate. Doug and Jody Dake, go hug your son. He's a national champion. As they are celebrating throughout the country and especially in Ithaca. Coming up next, it's the perfect storm. Lance Palmer, Ohio State, Brent Metcalf, Iowa. Something's got to give when we return to Omaha.
It's the first time you're letting your daughter shop on her own. So here's your moment of truth, Mom. Which 3G network would you trust to run apps like Family Locator when it matters most? When you want your 3G network to work,
Hi, ready? Yeah.
you want Verizon. Right now, buy a 3G smartphone and get one free, including BlackBerry devices like the Curve for just $29.99 at Verizon.
A guy named his own price wants a room tonight for $65.
We don't go lower than 130.
Big deal? Persuade.
Okay, 65 for tonight.
You can't argue with a big deal.
Introducing Big Deal Days. Get an exclusive sneak peek at recent winning hotel bids to help you save up to half off and get your big hotel deal now. Because Big Deal Days won't last long at Priceline.
Tori, with my swingman glove, I can feel anything.
Man, these swingman cleats, light base pass on fire.
Tori was out.
Yeah, Tori was out. What? Man, was safe. I was saying.
The Nike Swingman Collection, only at Dick's Sporting Goods. Better athlete, better team.
Gotta make a play here. On the opening. Be precise. Hit that guy. Hit that guy. Gotta make the play. Go. Hit that guy. Let's do it again.
Winning takes intense preparation.
Catch it. Catch it.
It starts with Wheaties Fuel. A bold honey cinnamon crunch cereal with complex carbs and B vitamins.
New Wheaties Fuel. Prepare to win.
ESPN, your NBA destination. Tomorrow, the surging Spurs look to continue their push for playoff position when they take on the Hawks. Nice play. Then, it's another key showdown in the tight race out west. One of the league's hottest road teams takes their show to Phoenix as the Blazers face Steve Nash and the Suns. Spurs Hawks and Blazers Suns. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
Check out our March Flat Screen Frenzy. We're giving away 35 flat screen TVs in March, and we want you to win. One TV will be given away every day, March 1st through the 31st, plus 2 on Sundays. What day will you win?
Right now is the time to get the most truck for your money. Truck month is on at your Elite Chevy dealers. Save on a huge selection of versatile, well-equipped new Chevy trucks and SUVs, backed by the best coverage in America and the safety of OnStar. Get cash back up to $4,000 on Iowa's #1 selling truck, or save thousands with 0% financing for up to 60 months on the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. See your Elite Chevy dealer today. Chevrolet, may the best truck win.
Chilly night in Omaha, Nebraska. Very warm inside the Qwest Center, the Division I NCAA Wrestling Championships. A reminder, the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, presented on ESPN by Capital One, continues on Sunday with first-round regional games on ESPN and ESPN2 at noon. And at 2:30 Eastern, you want to check your local listing for team matchups.
We now move on to the 149 class. Lance Palmer, the senior from Ohio State out of Lakewood, Ohio, a 4-time All-American. And that man, Brett Metcalf, the Iowa senior, a 3-time All-American in the 149 class out of Davison, Michigan. They've talked about it all week long. We heard about this could be a possibility Friday night, gentlemen. Welcome to the perfect storm in the 149 class.
Lance Palmer, the one guy who really thinks he's going to beat Metcalf. Did it at the Big Ten. Metcalf says he's been waiting to go out and right a wrong.
Mike, you're on. Ready to go? Okay, here you go. Shake hands.
Brent Metcalf, the 2008 NCAA champion in the black singlet, aggressive out the gate.
Nice job by Palmer, or Metcalf, to be able to get the leg up. And that's going to score.
That's a big score for Metcalf because you don't want to let Metcalf go up early. That's the key for Palmer winning this, and Metcalf comes out strong fast.
I like how he took his time with the finish. He didn't rush it, so he didn't lose the leg. He had to move around and adjust quite a bit to get that score.
Keep building, guys. Let's build.
First period, 3 minutes long. Brett Metcalf in the black singlet of Iowa on top 2-0.
Boy, it's a solid ride. Palmer not moving up at all.
You see the riding time clock. If it goes over a minute, there's an extra point awarded at the end of the match.
You understand how much pressure Metcalf has on the shoulder. He's got the inside wrist. He's got the shoulder on the shoulder. He's got the knee hooked right there, and he got 50 seconds of riding time. And Palmer says, "It's my knee."
They're going to give 90 seconds for injury time to Lance Palmer. Gentlemen, during that scuffle, Mike Haggerty, the official, was saying clean it up to black. What was he referring to?
The way he had that knee with his Metcalf's right leg right there, you see the torque. It's lateral, so that's putting strain on the knee, and that's ultimately why they broke it.
He was cranking it. Metcalf was cranking it. Look at the look on Palmer's face there.
Okay.
Basically saying, you know, Palmer saying,
hey,
is
guys,
he able to torque my knee against the way he should?
Let's get a good start. Ready, set, green. Set, green, break. Stay in there. Ready, set, take hold. Set.
Nice return by Metcalf.
Same way, green's up.
Well, Brent Metcalf on a mission. There you see his career record, 107-3. 47 pins, 7th in school history. And for a school like Iowa, that's saying something.
Metcalf now has riding time.
So he's gone over that 1 minute mark, so he will get an extra point at the end of the match. 1 point awarded to Palmer for the escape.
Both wrestlers hanging heavy on the head, very physical.
Palmer doesn't want to let Metcalf get so close and get in like he did last time, because when Metcalf gets in, usually finishes.
Brett Metcalf of Iowa, the green bands in the black singlet. Lance Palmer of Ohio State, red bands in the red singlet.
And they usually finishes in the Big Ten finals. When Metcalf got in on the takedown attempt in the last period, he left his leg behind a little bit. That's what allowed for the scramble. And then the 5 points, the takedown, and the 3-point near fall. He left his leg behind. Palmer caught it.
Look at the effort Metcalf's putting in, pulling down Palmer's head.
This match is a long way from over. Palmer kind of feels like Metcalf was a little ornery there with that torquing on the knee. And so let's see what happens here.
This is for the 149 National Championship. Brent Metcalf on top 2-1. You add an extra point for riding time as he's gone over the 1-minute mark.
15 seconds, Mike.
So in effect, you're dealing with a 3-1 score for Metcalf. Lance Palmer, though, can tie it up with a takedown.
Break, guys.
Let's check in now with Qwest.
Todd, this year there was a certain aura of invincibility around Brent Metcalf. And talking to his head coach, Tom Brands, admitted the loss hurt a lot, but he sees a sense of urgency in Metcalf over the last 2 weeks. This is an athlete who's dealt with loss before, lost his older brother in a car crash about 4 years ago, and last year on the same stage lost in the 2009 NCAA Finals.
Here in Omaha, Nebraska, these are the Division I NCAA Wrestling Championships. We're in the 149 class. Lance Palmer taking on Brent Metcalf of Iowa. Iowa putting 5 athletes into the finals, 10 weight classes. They've already picked up 1 national championship from an athlete in the 125 class, Matt McDonough, getting it done, but missed on the other 2 opportunities, but they do have the team title wrapped up.
I think when Metcalf was talking about righting a wrong, I don't think his focus has changed since his loss last year to Caldwell. It's been to right a wrong. So he had another upset, and he got beat in the Big Tens. Now it's to right 2 wrongs, but the focus has been the same. He's been looking for this opportunity, this stage, this year.
One neutral.
Nice escape. Got the hips separated, got the 1. Palmer ties it up, except that we know that Metcalf has a 1:29 riding time.
See if Palmer mounts some offense on his feet here. He's very good defensively if you shoot in on him.
It would not be bad for Palmer if he ended up just this way going into the 3rd period. It's 2-2, and he is tough on top. We're talking about Lance Palmer from Ohio State. He's a tough rider.
Well, this is the 149 National Championship, 1:05 to go here in Omaha, Nebraska, alongside Tim Johnson, Jeff Latnick, and Qwest. I'm Todd Harris. Glad to have you with us as the culmination of the season comes to an end tonight. So far, Iowa, Minnesota, and Cornell have claimed individual titles by way of McDonough, Ness, and Dayton.
Nice job by Palmer to off-balance Metcalf to get this front headlock. Needs to pull the head down, keep circling right.
Build it, build it.
As we approach 30 seconds to go here in the 2nd period, it is all even at 2, other than Brent Metcalf has the extra point for riding time.
They spend a lot of time in this collar tie. That slows everything down in terms of shooting.
Which I think is an advantage Palmer. It could come down to a similar situation as the Big Tens. You set it up, and it's going to come down with 30 seconds left. Anybody's ball game, that's where Palmer wants to be.
2 seniors going at it here in Omaha for the chance to have their arm raised one more time in a national championship forum. This is the biggest stage, and we are down to the final period.
Did you see this? Metcalf chose neutral. He did not want to go underneath Palmer. He keeps his riding time.
Exactly why he
Metcalf
did
is
it.
ahead right now. The only thing that can beat him is Palmer taking him down.
As long as Metcalf moves forward, he really doesn't have to shoot.
There are no stall warnings.
After the 2nd stall warning, it's a point, so he wants to avoid that, but as Tim pointed out, no stall warnings as of yet. So in effect, Brent Metcalf in the black singlet is ahead 3-2 with riding time as we approach 90 seconds remaining here in the 149 National Championship.
Palmer very good at taking a step back and snapping down.
A lot of respect there. Metcalf showed Palmer by choosing neutral, not going underneath and trying to get an extra point. Feels very confident on his feet that he cannot be taken down by Palmer here in this situation.
Well, he realizes he's ahead. That's probably why he did it. I'm going to keep the lead. You have to beat me.
Under a minute to go.
Another good snap by Metcalf, but he's content to play that little match, the hand fighting, the inside tie, knocking his opponent off balance.
Now down to the final 40 seconds.
Remember, Metcalf has the 1-point lead. Look at that hip out there. The wizard by Palmer keeps him being taken down. We're going to have a wild last 28 seconds.
28 seconds for a national title.
We're through it. We're through it.
Metcalf will keep this sprawl right here.
Ohio State calling for the stalemate, and they get it, so they'll stand him back up. Now it comes down to 17 seconds. Brett Metcalf, in effect, has a 1-point lead with riding time.
No stall warnings. This is advantage Metcalf. He is going to win his second NCAA title.
Wow, I can't believe he went in for that.
Brett Metcalf has done it. And Iowa has their second individual national title. Let's send it down to Quint Kesnick.
Brent, congratulations. You're back on top of that mountain. It wasn't easy getting there.
I mean, just continue to wrestle hard. I've got to score more points. But you know what? He's a dangerous opponent. He's tough. Did what I had to do to win.
Why did you choose neutral to start that third period?
Smart. Smart. I could get up and out, but why do it when my best is to tie your feet, score a takedown?
Over the last 2 weeks, you had to be thinking about this match. What was going on in your mind?
You know, thought about one match at a time. He had to get here just like I did. And you know what? I was excited to avenge it. Probably want to do it a little bit different way. But you know what? You win. And it's a heck of a lot better than walking in that tunnel with your head down.
You've been the face of the Iowa program. 3 straight national titles for the team. Is that your lasting legacy?
You know what? It is our lasting legacy. Talking about a group of seniors and juniors and the seniors above who put this together. And it's time to carry it on. Matt McDonough, great example. Time to carry it on and keep it going forward. 4 guys, you know, it's good. It's good stuff.
Brent, congratulations. Go celebrate with your fans.
So congratulations as he picks up the big victory. Brett Metcalf, now a 2-time national champion. We'll be back with the 157th when we return to Omaha, Nebraska and the Division I NCAA championship.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
John, your car's here.
Go get him, Tiger.
When you're hitting the road for business,
Good luck.
Enterprise will pick you up and get you on the road to success. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Feeling free as a bird now. Fly it. Gonna see the whole world now. Try it. These days are better than before. I want more. Days are better than before. I want more. Days are better than before. I want more.
Geico Insurance. See how much you could save at geico.com.
Imagine being at 30,000 feet with a plane full of kids and you have a heart attack. That's what happened to me. I'm on an aspirin regimen now. My doctor told me it's the easiest preventative thing you can do.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
See your doctor. Simple.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger a full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
Real fans know that preparation is the key to success. That dignity should never get in the way of victory. But most of all, real fans know it never hurts to be down with the mascot. Being a real fan has its privileges. Show you're a real fan and root for your favorite team. To find out more, go to ESPN.com/Cheez-It.
college basketball fans, the official online store at NCAA.com is the one place to get all of your college fan gear. With a tremendous selection of over 100,000 officially licensed items, the official online store at NCAA.com has everything you need. Plus, you'll get great customer service and fast 3-day shipping for only $4.99. So if you need gear for your favorite team, real college basketball fans head to the official online store at NCAA.com.
The man changed the sport of hockey. So when he came here to Sports Center, well, we had to expect some changes here, too.
Coming up on Sports Center, we break down the playoff picture. Change! Let's go!
To the NBA, Suns and Blazers. A triple overtime.
You guys stink! Change!
They didn't call him a very good one. He's the great one. He knows what works.
Communicate, rely on each other, be unselfish, all right? Change, here we go! Kenny, make sure those S's are crisp.
The NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN2. First round continues tonight.
I wrestle because I love it.
Because I love it.
Because I love it.
Because I love it.
I wrestle because I like to be the best in a dominating sport.
I feel like it's one of the most physically demanding sports.
I go out there and I win for myself and I lose for myself. I love to get out there and get after it.
Knowing that you're the more dominant man on the mat.
I think it's the greatest sport there is. Yeah, it's great. I love to win.
I wrestle because it's the greatest sport in the world.
The NCAA Wrestling Championships is presented on ESPNU by Enterprise Rent-A-Cars. We welcome you back to Omaha, Nebraska, inside the Qwest Center. These are the Division I Wrestling Championships. Alongside Tim Johnson, Jeff Latnick, and Quint Kesnick, I'm Todd Harris as we get set for the 157 class. J.P. O'Connor, the three-time All-American senior from Harvard. He'll have his hands full as a coast-to-coast matchup with Chase Pammy, 29-6. From Cal Poly.
I think O'Connor's one of the most underrated wrestlers. He's one of the most dominant. He hasn't had a close match here. Pammy, he's the lowest seed guy in the finals. Number 7 seed, that's the lowest seed in the finals. You can't ever count him out.
And Pammy put on a takedown clinic in both the quarter and semifinals against his opponents. He's terrific on his feet, but so's J.P. O'Connor.
How do you match the pace that J.P. O'Connor of Harvard brings into these opening first periods?
Well, you get a single like that, you go elbow deep, and you get out ahead, and that's what Pammy's trying to do. They've actually split. Last year, Pammy beat him. This year, he got it taken to him by O'Connor 5-4, but right now, that's a big first takedown for Pammy.
Control! 1 point on the escape for J.P. O'Connor, so it's 2-1 Chase Pammy Cal Poly here in the first period. 7 minutes to a national championship in the 157-pound weight class.
See J.P. get his offense on track here. Pammy came out with lots of motion, scored quickly.
Up! Neutral. Watch the headgear. Stay focused, gentlemen.
O'Connor's so successful as a freshman and sophomore, All-American. He always has battled injuries. This is the first year he's really been healthy, and here he is trying to win his first NCAA title.
Well, if he does win, he'd be the third for Harvard behind Harkness, and we saw Jansen here a few years back win it. There's a nice shot by J.P.
Nope. No points.
Never got a hold of the second leg. He was very close.
Chase Pammy doing a great job of retreating, forcing the official to reset them in the center of the map. 2-1 Chase Pammy on top here in the first period.
Pammy representing the West, you know, Cal Poly, Boise State, Oregon State, Arizona State, all gaining momentum in their programs. We'll talk about the coaches as they come, but in the Cal Poly corner, not only John Azevedo, but you've got the influence of Mark Perry. Mark Perry brings passion to the sport. Obviously, the NCAA champion from Iowa there, the nephew of John Smith.
Oklahoma State's head man. J.P. O'Connor in the crimson of Harvard. Chase Pammy from Cal Poly in the gold singlet.
There's that single again. And see how he's elbow deep there. He's not just catching it like a football. He's got his elbows together. Now he's just got to keep his level, lower it, and take O'Connor to where he doesn't have a leg.
J.P. O'Connor doing a great job fending him off, trying to get out of bounds.
What a slip by O'Connor.
That should be 2, yeah.
And there's the toe in. The rules that have been in place in college for the last few years, they're rewarding the wrestlers at the edge, making the mat bigger. Everybody likes that.
Everybody, because you're rewarding more offensive risks. And the sport's about scoring points.
So J.P. O'Connor surges out in front 3-2.
2 sets, 2 holds. Set and hold, cover, top man. Set.
O'Connor has been so successful on top. He smothers you, he keeps weight on you.
J.P. O'Connor looking for his first national championship, a 2-time NCAA All-American. But bringing a record in this year, and we talked about it, Clint Kesnick reported on it, 34-0. This is one of the first years he's been completely healthy coming in to the championship.
He's able to ride out with that claw ride and pushing forward on Pammy with the head on the mat there. Great ride by O'Connor.
Down.
So at the end of the first period, it is still J.P. O'Connor of Harvard on top 3-2. Riding time not a factor at this point.
Get set and hold. Top man cover. Wait for me. Set. Wrestle it.
Grab ride by Pammy here. He's not in trouble yet.
Still green,
Now he
still
is.
green, still green.
That's because O'Connor was able to separate the hips just enough to swivel out and get the 2-point reversal.
So J.P. Connor now surging ahead 5-2 in the second period with a 91 seconds now to go here in period number 2, the 157-pound national championship.
Green down, center.
It wasn't like Pammy liked being in that crab ride. He found himself in it. On the other side, O'Connor gets into that claw, and he would be very comfortable in that situation.
And he'll hang to the side, he'll hook the ankle with his back leg, and he'll just move sideways, and it's tremendous pressure.
Wait for the start, ladies and gentlemen. Set.
Great stand-up by Pammy.
1. Nothing, nothing, nothing. No near high. Still red, still red.
This will stalemate out probably.
Break, break, PD, gentlemen. Break easy, break easy. We good? Green down. And hold. Cock. Set. No. Caution. Wait for me now, guys. Wait for me.
Caution going to J.P. O'Connor of Harvard there on the false start.
And hold. Cover. Set.
Great ride by JP right here.
Yeah, because he's following really well. Pammy doing a nice job of moving as much as he can, but you can see how strong O'Connor is on top.
And he seems to be wearing Pammy down a bit there. That is crushing pressure.
Coming up on 1 minute, he'll get riding time here as the clock goes in. So essentially, J.P. O'Connor now has another
Green
point.
down, center. Let me see your nose. Come here. Hey, let me see you. Over here, blood. Over there, we have blood.
31 career wins, second in Harvard history for J.P. O'Connor.
Thank you.
This is a blood timeout. Bloody nose by Pammy here. And it's unlimited time to get it fixed.
And there's Mark Perry talking in his ear, and he's, you know, how good Mark Perry was from underneath. He's talking to him about what kind of action to create from underneath. And, you know, I talked about it. Mark Perry brings passion into the room, you know.
Oh,
and
without
so
question.
He makes a big difference wherever he goes.
The 157-pound national championship. 38 seconds to go here in the second period. J.P. O'Connor of Harvard in the crimson singlet. Chase Pammy of Cal Poly in the gold with the green trim.
Let's not forget John Osvedo either, the head coach, two-time NCAA champion. Pammy with an escape.
1 point to Chase Pammy, so now 5-3, but you factor in another point for J.P. O'Connor with riding time at 1:08.
You're live, you're live.
You know, I talked about passion. I've seen some incredible sportsmanship so far tonight. Doug Schwab really went after Ness afterwards to say, nice job in that heartbreaking defeat they had with Dennis. And then Metcalf acknowledged Tom Ryan after his win, and Tom Ryan said, good job. Tremendous passion and sportsmanship shown in this sport tonight.
And despite that rivalry.
So the second period comes to a conclusion.
Down. Wait for me now,
So it's the final 2 minutes. J.P. O'Connor with a 5-3, making a 6-3 lead because of the riding time extra point that he has. And Chase Pammy's going to need to do something special here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, you have to go back to 2004 in Harvard history and wrestling. Jesse Jansen, the last man to bring home a national title.
Oh, we have blood here.
And before that, 1938, John Harkness. And those are your two NCAA titleists from Harvard.
J.P. O'Connor would love to bring home a third. Small cut on the chin of J.P. O'Connor as they clean that up. We want to remind you the NCAA women's basketball tournament continues tomorrow as first-round action continues at 12 noon Eastern and on ESPN2. And for more, you can always visit NCAA.com. That's the official online home for all 88 NCAA championships. This is the final period, the 157-pound class championship. From Omaha, Nebraska, J.P. O'Connor of Harvard out in front, 5-3, plus a point for riding time over Chase Pammy of Cal Poly.
Good sequence of wrestling.
Wow. Nice job. He kept wrestling. We're talking about Chase Pammy there. O'Connor so tough on top, so tough to get away from that constant motion and then hip separation, the escape for Pammy.
Lots of blood, lots of blood. That's you.
That cut seems to have opened on J.P. O'Connor's chin.
Over with his coaches, Jay Weiss and Pat Owen. There's John Azevedo on the left, the head coach at Cal Poly.
So they'll clean the mats, get the blood off, try to get that cut closed down on J.P. O'Connor. I want to remind you, Sunday night, ESPN shoots an NBA doubleheader. First at 8 Eastern, the San Antonio Spurs take on the Atlanta Hawks. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the Phoenix Suns. NBA special edition on ESPN and ESPN360.com. That's Sunday. As we resume action in the 157-pound class, J.P. O'Connor of Harvard on top 5-4, plus a point for riding time. So it's really 6-4. Chase Pammy of Cal Poly in the gold needs a takedown.
And on the leg is Pammy. He's good here.
O'Connor forced the head to the outside right there, and so unless
you're neutral,
Pammy can cut off, O'Connor's got a situation where he can slip.
JP wants to keep the weight to Pammy's head, just like that, and pull himself around the corner. He's got the ankle now.
And the head on the mat.
That's the big part. Keep his head down and stalemate by the referee.
Nice job by Pammy. Keeping in tight, holding in on the leg there to the point where JP was not able to turn that bad position into 2 points.
Well, the stalemate comes there, and they tend to the blood once again on the chin of J.P. O'Connor. Let's take a look at our storyline brought to you by Coke Zero as we recap what has taken place so far. We started things off in the 125. Matt McDonough getting the win for Iowa. Then Jason Ness, Minnesota, the 133s. 13 seconds left, and he gets the win. And Kyle Dake, the sensational freshman of Cornell at 141. We just saw Brett Metcalf give Iowa their second individual title. Of course, the Hawkeyes already claiming the team title. This is the 157 class, and it's 5-4 J.P. O'Connor over Chase Pammy. Right now, O'Connor has the riding time, so it's really 6-4 in effect.
And what it's going to come down to here is Pammy needs a takedown within the next 12 seconds so that he can eliminate the riding time.
The riding time right now at 1:30. There's 42 seconds remaining.
Wait.
So here it is.
40 seconds for a national title at the 157-pound class.
And he's going for it.
Pammy trying to be only the third all-time champion for Cal Poly. In the same way O'Connor trying to be the same for Harvard. Has not been a Cal Poly national champion since 1976, with O'Connor getting
stalling warning coming to J.P. O'Connor.
Hold on.
First one, you're okay. Second one, they'll give a point away. And with 19 seconds, we've seen this strategy play out before. Remember, J.P. O'Connor still has the advantage with riding time, so you give him another point. So, in effect, it is 6-4 O'Connor of Harvard.
So even with a takedown, J.P. won't lose. It'll stay tied. It'll go into overtime, but Pammy needs the takedown.
Chase Pammy trying to give Cal Poly their third national title. And J.P. O'Connor doing the same thing for Harvard.
And Pammy, if he watched the first match, he's seen it happen.
Oh, he's got Pammy on his side. That'll kill some time. He'll just stay right there with Pammy in the air.
Final 3 seconds.
What a Floyd, what an effort. Great effort by both wrestlers. Harvard gets their third ever in 80-some years.
The fourth try is the charm.
J.P. O'Connor, the senior from Harvard, a tremendous performance as well for Chase Pammy, the senior from Cal Poly in the 157-pound class. But your winner, J.P. O'Connor. Well, a very entertaining match at 157. All of them tonight have been sensational. Absolutely no blowouts. Very close all the way through. And J.P. O'Connor comes through the season with perfection, undefeated, as he works himself into a national title in the 157-pound weight class, making his way off the podium. A sensational job as we send it down to Quint Kesnick.
JP, congratulations. First, your career, every year you've been here in the past, riddled with injuries, like a mummy covered in tape. What's it been like this year to finally be healthy?
It's so good. You know, I'm blessed and fortunate to be healthy. It's a long season. A lot of great guys aren't able to sustain their bodies. Finally got an injury-free season. And, you know, I knew I was the best coming in here. Finally got it done.
What was the biggest challenge you faced tonight?
Just being offensive, you know, battling myself. Chase Pammy's a great competitor. You know, I'm proud of him. I wrestled him a bunch of times. He's probably the reason I'm here today. Beat me last year. But you know, I went out there and got it done.
What does it mean to be in a select few at Harvard who have won a national championship?
John Harkness, Jesse Jansen, J.P. O'Connor. Feels pretty good.
That's a select group. Congratulations.
And congratulations, J.P. O'Connor, your 157-pound champion at the Division I Wrestling Championships. So the Ivy League now has 2 national champions from Omaha. When we come back, we go 165. You'll see Andrew Howe of Wisconsin take on Dan Valaman of Penn State.
The crab cakes and throw in chowder, salmon, and shrimp, all for around $10.
No!
No other place can match Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. It's Hawaiian coconut shrimp, Maryland-style crab cakes, and more. And it's all for around $10. Only at Golden Corral.
Does your phone do searches? Does your phone do searches, for example, the word human? Does your phone do searches for human on the web? Then Google Maps for places named human? Your contacts for any friends named human, which would be weird if you had one. Even your music for songs you forgot you downloaded? Droid does. Search all digital creation. In a world that doesn't, Droid does.
Right now, buy a 3G smartphone and get a second one free, like the Droid. Only from Verizon.
I never thought it would be so easy.
I was done before I knew it. Staining was fast. The protective finish was flawless.
So easy, I did it again.
Minwax makes and keeps wood beautiful, easily.
I was getting depressed because of all the stress I was feeling at home. Had a poor credit score and the number would haunt me wherever I go. But I moved to a place where my credit could sink and nobody would care. I just wish that somebody had told me that place was a Renaissance fair. FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind, they've been singing our songs since we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, pointy slippers and green wool tights.
Free credit scoring report with enrollment and triple advantage. This is not the free credit report provided for by federal law.
Every golfer's dream. A tradition renewed each year by the echoes of champions past. Timeless beauty springs again, tempting the world's elite, with danger at every turn. Thunderous roars lie in wait. Drama yet to unfold. Its mystique undeniable. First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Smoolikop's Home Store brings you softness you can feel. Karastan's newest generation carpets are as soft as a feather and so durable they carry a 25-year warranty and lifetime soil and stain resistance. Built to last, Karastan's revolutionary new fiber is made with smart strands, beautifully soft, tough, and resilient. Buy now and receive up to $500 cash back. With softness that won't wear out, you'll rest assured. It's Karastan.
It's a part of life that bad things happen sometimes. But neither fire, nor storm, nor broken water main can stop us from stepping up when you need us, from doing the right thing, from making sure that you find the silver lining. Because the worst brings out our best.
The NCAA Wrestling Championships, presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, is brought to you by Golden Corral. It's Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. It's all part of the dinner buffet, all around $10. And Verizon, the network with the most 3G coverage.
5 titles have been awarded, 5 still to come from the Qwest Center in Omaha, Nebraska, and what a round of emotion we have seen on display tonight. We started things off with Iowa getting the big victory in 125. Then it was Minnesota with the upset at 133, and Cornell picking up a title by way of a freshman. And it was back to Iowa, another victory at 49, and we just saw the Ivy League get their second individual national title, J.P. O'Connor for Harvard at 157. As we take a look at our storyline brought to you by Coke Zero, recapping what has happened so far. Matt McDonough, Jason Ness, Kyle Dake, Brent Metcalf, and J.P. O'Connor, all national champions. Let's now set it down to Quint Kesnick with the head man of Iowa.
And that is Tom Brand's 3rd consecutive NCAA championship. Coach, first of all, congratulations. 8 All-Americans. How do you best describe the last 3 days of wrestling?
First of all, we got another match. Well, it's a little premature, but I understand the nature of the business. So we got a match at 74, and Jay Borschel coming up here. He's on deck. But I tell you, with these guys, when they get ready to wrestle, they're pretty good. They got ready to wrestle, and good things happen, and that's what it's about. It's not necessarily that you're a veteran or you're a 5th-year senior or it's your cap in your career. It's about doing things right every time out, putting a string of victories together, and tell you what, you get 5 in the finals, team score is taking care of itself.
How have you been able to channel your intensity, your work ethic into your athletes?
I think it's more of a communication level through the entire coaching staff into the athletes, and then communication amongst themselves. It's not necessarily trying to mold them into a certain type of competitor or a certain type of person. There's a lot of flexibility there, but there's certain standards that are never compromised. And it's a lifestyle that's never compromised. So it's a lot of on the fly, tweak and adjust as you go.
You got one more to go. Good luck, Coach. Congratulations.
One more. Thank you,
Todd.
All right, thank you, Quint. Congratulations, Coach. We'll be back to Omaha. The 165 set to take the mat, and they're all battling for the hardware. 5 more national champions to be decided when we return to Omaha.
So what do you think?
We need his experience.
Yeah, but he has more energy.
Now you can get the best of both. Try Touch of Gray. Combs away a little gray without getting rid of it all.
I've got big plans for you.
Touch of Gray.
Like the crab cakes and throw in chowder, salmon, and shrimp, all for around $10.
No.
No other place can match Golden Corral's Great American Seafood Tour. It's Hawaiian coconut shrimp, Maryland-style crab cakes, and more. And it's all for around 10 bucks. Only at Golden Corral.
If you're taking 8 extra-strength Tylenol a day on the days that you have arthritis pain, you could end up taking 4 times the number of pills compared to Aleve. Choose Aleve and you could start taking fewer pills. Just 2 Aleve have the strength to relieve arthritis pain all day.
Right now, when you stay 2 separate times with Comfort Inn or any of these other Choice hotels, you can earn a free night. 1 + 1 = free. No matter how you add it up, it's free. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Did the Waltons take way too long to say goodnight?
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, Mama. Good night, Aaron.
Good night, John Boy.
Night, Grandpa.
Good night, Ben.
Night.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Daddy.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. ESPN, your NBA destination. Tomorrow, the surging Spurs look to continue their push for playoff position when they take on the Hawks. Nice play! Then, it's another key showdown in the tight race out west. One of the league's hottest road teams takes their show to Phoenix as the Blazers face Steve Nash and the Suns. Spurs Hawks and Blazers Suns. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
I feel completely comfortable buying a Toyota.
These cars that we've had have been exceptionally safe.
Your loyalty has helped make us the #1 car brand in America. So we're offering you our biggest thank you ever. And right now, you can lease a new 2010 Toyota Tundra for just $299 a month. Or choose the Tundra with 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash.
Thank you for standing by us.
At Mid-American, we work hard to help our customers use energy efficiently. That's why we created Energy Advantage programs. Through these programs, Iowans saved enough electricity in 2007 to power 90,000 homes for 1 year. With results like these, you can see why Mid-American Energy is a national leader in energy efficiency. See how you can save some green at midamericanenergy.com.
Mid-American.
Back in Omaha, Nebraska, the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship presented on ESPN by Capital One continues on Sunday with first-round regional games on ESPN and ESPN2 at noon and at 2:30 Eastern. You want to check your local listings for team matchups. Inside the Qwest Center here in Omaha, halfway through the Division I Wrestling Championships, we now move to the 165 class. This will be Dan Valamont of Penn State taking on the #1 seed, Andrew Howe of Wisconsin. So it's a sophomore and a senior. Howe being the younger wrestler, the sophomore, but he is the Big Ten champion. And Dan Valamont of Penn State, a 4-time NCAA qualifier.
Howe also last year's NCAA runner-up. And
stay off the headgear.
I think one of the most improved wrestlers. He knows how to win. Last year, though, he just did a lot of hand fighting, did just enough to win, and it ended up costing him in finals. This year, he's been a scoring machine, especially in this tournament. And Andrew Hipp of Intermat and I talked a lot, and we both think that he's one of the most improved wrestlers, and Intermat a great resource, and he's just scoring more, Andrew Howe is.
Well, Belmont is a shooting machine. We saw him last night getting into the finals, and he must have shot 15, 20 times on King of Edinburgh. And I agree with you. Howe is a great hand fighter.
Center guy,
but he's also got a solid single and double leg.
Well, I mean, he's got wins like 15-3, 7-2. He's been pinning people this year. You know, the knock on him was he does just enough to win. Well, he's changed, and it's changed since last year. He's been greatly improved in his scoring offense. And his coach in the corner is look-alike, Donnie Pritzloff, the last national champion for Wisconsin. He was a two-timer in 2000 and 2001.
Great reshot by Howe.
And he's got both ankles.
Should be 2, yep.
Andrew Howe picking up the 2 points on the takedown.
He moves up the body.
Out, spread up. Center guys.
There's Barry Davis looking on from the tunnel. He doesn't go to the corner.
Clean starts, guys. Clean starts. Bottom set.
Head start at Wisconsin.
Barry Davis, a 3-time NCAA champion at Iowa. There's Cale Sanderson.
The head coach at Penn State had a career record of 159-0, and he's just sitting in the tunnel. 2 guys keeping each other company.
They've got their assistants in the corners, the ones that these wrestlers are most comfortable with.
And work with on an ongoing basis.
Go, guys. Keep working. Stored.
Andrew Howe, Wisconsin, 2-0 lead on Dan Valamon of Penn State early in the first period here. 3 periods, a total of 7 minutes on their way to a national title here in the 165-pound class.
Come center, guys. Red up.
Got 102 left. 102 left.
It would be paramount here for Valamont to get out. 50 seconds of riding time right now for Howe.
Okay. Bottom man set. Hold. Top. You're right on. Set.
Valamont's done such a nice job. Last year he went up in the middle of the season from 157 to 165. He was an All-American 2 years ago. Didn't achieve it last year. But I think he's one of these wrestlers that the coaching change has helped him. He's responded very, very well to Cale Sanderson coming in. A new perspective, and here he is in the finals, crowning his career with 16,000 people on the stage for a national championship.
Final 30 seconds here of the first period in the 165-pound class. Andrew Howe with the lead at Wisconsin over Penn State's Dan Valamont.
Guys, let's work.
Howe's racking up the riding time. Valamont's going to get tired here underneath.
Come center, red up.
16 seconds remains in the first period. Andrew Howe, Wisconsin, 2-0 lead over Dan Valamont of Penn State. The new man at Penn State, Cale Sanderson, who is a legend at Iowa State. And legend may not be a strong enough word there. You see him there. Perfect in college. 159-0, never lost, 4-time national champion.
So big 10 seconds. Can Valamont get out?
And the reason he goes to Penn State is because of the rich high school wrestling. I think the coaches are great there out in Pennsylvania. And now he's saying, come to Penn State if you're the best in Pennsylvania. He's already got a great recruiting class, and I don't think it'll be long until we see Penn State as one of the premier programs. That's why he went out there, to build it that way.
Exactly. Pennsylvania, the most NCAA qualifiers year after year after year, and generally the most All-Americans.
He's doing a great job there, and it really put shockwaves through the wrestling world as Cale Sanderson, leaving his alma mater, Iowa State, took his brother Kyler with him, and now has a program going there as we check in with Quint Kesnick.
Yeah, Todd, he said leaving Iowa State was a difficult decision, really for the relationship that he had built over 12 years there. But he said it's a long-term decision, felt like it was the right thing to do, and there were many factors, money, facilities, support, as Tim said, the high school wrestling in Pennsylvania and in the entire Northeast. Now the challenge is for him to get, as he admitted, guys who want to win national titles, guys who have that disciplined mindset, the structure, and the hunger to be here every year.
Well, Howe stood up, turned in, and immediately reshot, and they did not give him an escape. They gave him a reversal.
One escape and 2 takedown, one escape and 2 takedown?
No, they're changing it to 1 escape and 2 takedowns.
Oh, there it is now. They finally put it up there. That's the way I thought he stood up.
And because you can't take for granted anytime, any position with Howe, and he did a great job when he separated his hips, got the escape, he shot right back in and got the takedown. Valamont just eased up just a second.
Yeah, he did. He relaxed. He kind of relaxed when he cut him.
Andrew Howe now 5-0 in the second period with 1:07 to go. Riding time clearly in the favor of Andrew Howe, so he will in fact pick up another point at the end of the match. So for Dan Valamont, he faces a 6-0 deficit. And if Cale Sanderson was sitting on the mat, what do you think he'd be telling his wrestler, Jeff?
Starts by getting out of bottom here so you can get to your feet and use your offense on your feet. He has been ridden hard by Howe.
This is the 165-pound national championship. Andrew Howe, Wisconsin, out in front 5-0 +1 for riding. Dan Valamont trying to score a point here on escape and got to get it. So now it becomes a 5-1 match. In fact, a 6-1 because Howe has the riding time with 44 seconds to go here in the second period.
And Howe got that stand-up because he was able to work the hands on his hip, break the lock, turn the face.
Final 30 seconds of the second period.
It would really help Valamont here if he could get a takedown.
Work in.
Gets him back in the match.
Still in, guys.
20 seconds.
Shot from too far out there. He's just not getting close enough to be able to get in and finish his shot. That's what he did so well in the semifinals. We're talking about Valamont there, but easier said than done against Howe, who has tremendous position in every place on the mat. Up, down, neutral. He's just very good.
And you mentioned hand fighting, and that's the key to starting a takedown is winning the hand fight.
Where are we going?
Andrew Howe, Wisconsin on top 7-1 as we check in with Quint Kesnick.
With Andrew Howe's head coach Barry Davis, match management from here, what has he got to do?
Well, just do what he's been doing the whole time. Keep the pressure on, good position, forcing his ties, and it just you can't relax. How? You got to be in good position. You cannot guide your legs like that. You got to be on his legs.
Little momentary loss of focus?
Well, just out of position there. You got to stay in position situations. You know what? Build your lead. That's what usually wrestles. You got to stay offensive here.
But he dug in.
Well, he dug in, yeah. Now he's back to a stalemate, which is good. But we got to be on his legs to get back on top. To deal with total pressure. That's why he wrestles. He doesn't know any other way but that. You know, wrestle that way, bad things happen. So,
relentless pressure.
Well, in your ties, in position, that's the way he wrestles. When he wrestles that way, he just thinks subconsciously. That's where you got to wrestle.
Andrew was here last year in the finals. Where's his biggest improvement been?
I think his biggest improvement has been position on his feet and on top. You know, he's been able to ride the best guys in his weight class. You know, he's already had 3 minutes, 2 hours times right now. But right now, you got to stay in position.
Giving you a heart attack, Coach.
Well, you know what? You can't relax. He's been on our legs twice now. We're better when we're on his legs. No! Stop! Caught it!
7-3, under a minute. Riding time in favor of Howe.
Hold your position. Tell you what, you can't relax. This guy's good. Saying this guy has already beat the defending champion already, so.
8-3. What should he be conscious of? The big move?
Well, right now, again, stay in your ties, your position where you're best. That's right. Move your feet and our ties. Right now, you stay on your ties, we're good to go. You know? So, just stay offensive. That's the key. When you're that way, you act automatically. Right?
You got a sweat going, Coach.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I love this kid. Saying he works hard, and he's one of the hardest. He does a good job, so, you know, you want your kid to win.
One of the hardest working kids you've been around?
I think so, yeah. He's done a great job. Everything you ask him, he's focused. You know, he comes to him every day prepared to wrestle.
Seconds away.
Yep, not yet. When we cut this 0-0, I'll be happy. Nice win. Nice win.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much. Nice win.
Appreciate it.
Way
to go.
Our thanks to Barry Davis for helping us out on the call. That was entertaining. Andrew Howe gets the victory 9-3 over Dan Valamont of Penn State. So the sophomore, a national champion now. Well, a tremendous performance. Andrew Howe, 36-0, a perfect season. Barry Davis can rest now, and here's a guy that knows a little something about wrestling as well. Great performance by Dan Valamont to make it into the final, but it's all about Andrew Howe as we send it down to Quint Kesnick.
Andrew, congratulations. What was the biggest obstacle you faced tonight? Was it internal? Yeah, was it in your head?
Focused in wrestling my match.
How were you able to be so dominant from start to finish this year? What was one key?
Believing in myself, believing in my offense. You know, just knowing I can get there, knowing I can score points.
You made it back to the championship match after losing in this match last year. What was the turning point in terms of getting back?
You know, it was mentally. Like I said, just believing in myself, believing in my offense.
We spent time with Coach Davis during your match today. What does he mean to you?
He means a lot. He's got a ton of energy. He's a great guy.
Go give him a big hug. Congratulations.
Thank you, Quint. Congratulations to Coach Davis. And What an emotional moment for that man. Andrew Howe brings Wisconsin an individual national title. When we come back, we go to the 174s, Mac Lunas of Cornell and Jay Borschel of Iowa.
Daddy, the truck's here.
When you want more cargo room, Enterprise will pick you up.
We're making a playhouse.
And get you on your way to special memories.
How's it going?
Finished.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
A guy named his own price wants a room tonight for $65.
We don't go lower than 130.
Big deal. Persuade.
Okay, 65 for tonight.
You can't argue with a big deal.
We're so sure Priceline has the biggest hotel deals, we're announcing the Big Deal Guarantee. Book a hotel with name your own price, and if you can find a lower published price anywhere else, we'll match it and pay you $25. Book now. Big deal days won't last long at Priceline.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger a full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
If you're taking 8 extra-strength Tylenol a day on the days that you have arthritis pain, you could end up taking 4 times the number of pills compared to Aleve. Choose Aleve and you could start taking fewer pills. Just 2 Aleve have the strength to relieve arthritis pain all day.
Does your phone surf the web? Does your phone surf the web with the speed and power of a pro surfer at Pipeline? Does it bring you the web in all its glory, in all its intended pixels, allowing you to reach the farthest expanses of its universe, deepest depths of its oceans, without getting as much as a grain of sand in your shorts? Droid does. Wave-shredding web speed. In a world that doesn't, Droid does.
Right now, buy a 3G smartphone and get a second one free, like the Droid. Only from Verizon.
I was getting depressed because of all the stress I was feeling at home. Had a poor credit score and the number would haunt me wherever I go. Thought I'd move to a place where my credit could sink and nobody would care. I just wish that somebody had told me that place was a Renaissance fair. FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind, they've been singing our songs since we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, 20 slippers and green wool tights.
Free credit score and report with enrollment and triple advantage. This is not the free credit report provided for by federal law.
The man changed the sport of hockey. So when he came here to Sports Center, well, we had to expect some changes here too.
Coming up on Sports Center, we break down the playoff picture. Change! Let's go!
To the NBA, Suns and Blazers. A triple overtime.
You guys stink. Change!
They didn't call him a very good one. He's the great one. He knows what works.
Communicate, rely on each other, be unselfish, all right? Change, here we go. Kenny, make sure those S's are crisp.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Back in Omaha, Nebraska, the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and a beautiful night, a little brisk, but the finals are on, so everyone is excited to see who will take home the hardware. As we take a look at the Home Depot Coaching Clinic with Iowa head coach Tom Brand.
In college wrestling, a near fall is when the offensive wrestler exposes the defensive wrestler's shoulders to the mat in a 45-degree angle or less. The referee will get down and start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In near fall scoring, 2 to 4 seconds is a 2-point near fall. 5 seconds or greater is a 3-point near fall.
We move on now to the 174-pound class. The number 2 seed, Jay Borschel of Iowa, 36-0. The number 1 seed, Mac Lunas, the junior out of Cornell, looking to give Cornell their second individual national title. Remember back at 141, Kyle Dake able to do that, the freshman. So now they turn their attention to this junior, Mac Lunas, with a 40-0 record. Both of these athletes undefeated. As they say, somebody's O must go.
We've seen Lunas's abilities. He's great at leg shot defense. He likes to go after his opponent's right ankle. Borchel likes to go after the right leg as well, but he attacks it higher, above the knee.
Well, if Borchel takes down Lunas, it'll be the first time all year it's happened to him. Lunas has not given up an offensive point all year long. But I will never forget Borchel's comeback last night. Wow. Down 9-3 in the second period to Henrich from Virginia, and comes all the way back and wins.
Iowa pressure and that constant ability to take down is what led to that victory in this matchup here tonight.
The top two seeds coming through in the 174-pound class. Mac Lunas in the red from Cornell, Jay Borchel of Iowa in the black.
You talked about them both being undefeated. I think this is one of the matches that people would just say, it's not a surprise whoever wins. I mean, either one of these guys, you just know favorite. The polls are even saying they're different on who's number one and who's number two.
There. High crotch.
A single.
Tacked it above the knee, and nice trip, but no takedown yet. There it is, first takedown against Lunas.
Well, there is the first time. There's always the first time, and it happens when it's for all the marbles for Jay Borchel.
And I like what Borchel's done. He's established himself early. Last night he trailed big. Got a real slow start.
We talk about the prowess of Mac Lunas of Cornell. He's only given up 15 points all season, all by way of escapes. Warren stalling only 4 times all season, so a very efficient wrestler is Mac Lunas. Now looking for the one-point escape.
You're still working. You're still working.
So 2-0, Jay Borchel, the number 2 seed, ahead of Mac Lunas of Cornell. You talked about Jay Borchel's comeback on Heinrich of Virginia, and that was epic. Everyone in this arena appreciated what he was able to do, down 6 points, and he rallies to get the victory.
Borchel's place is on the mat. He loves to be on the mat. He's very comfortable here, and this is where he would have an advantage over Lunas. Lunas in uncharted territory right here, not only having been taken down, but ridden like this.
Getting ridden hard. Now he's given up a head leader. Borchel switches off to a bar arm. Let's see if he tries to run it.
There you see the riding time at the bottom of your screen. Once it goes over a minute, that's an extra point awarded at the end of the match. And now Jay Borchel has riding time and a point there. So in effect, he's up 3-0 on Mac Lunas with 47 seconds to go here in the first period.
Red down.
What a difference 24 hours make. Borchel looking completely different from last night's match.
You really make a good point, Jeff, because Borchel has not looked all that good in this tournament.
Set. Green. Set. Bottom. Second caution. Second caution.
Next one's going to be a point.
That's 2 on you.
If Loons jumps.
Set. Green. Set.
Trying to get an escape is Mac Lunas to get on the board, down 2-0, actually 3-0. You factor in riding time, and the Iowa fans looking for another 2. Borchel says
he gets that leg up high and kicks him down and covers the hips here. Does such a nice job on top.
Nice return, and if you're great at takedowns, if a man stands up on you, drop down to the leg and continue to do that.
Look how he catches that ankle, drives through. Now he's going to work up, and that's what Borchel does. He kind of like, he climbs the rope. He doesn't blow through you, but he climbs the rope steadily, works to his position. He's done a tremendous job on top all year. He's just He didn't have a good tournament last year, wasn't an All-American after being an All-American as a sophomore, and he's really turned it around. 2 undefeated wrestlers here, and Borschel has the upper hand right
Final
now.
seconds ticking away here in the first period as Iowa's looking for their 3rd individual title. Already has claimed the team title.
Red takes down. You have 2 cautions. Set. Green. Set.
This is the 174-pound national championship. The #1 seed, Mac Lunas of Cornell, down to Jay Borschel, 2-0, and Borschel has an extra point for riding time.
Well, to get back in this match, I think Lunas chose down, trying to get that escape, get on the board, and then he's within the point.
Yeah,
but he's getting ridden hard.
Well, it's stalling on Iowa now on Borschel. But those 2 cautions really cost Lunas because he couldn't jump. Well, that gives Borschel an opportunity to establish himself right off the whistle.
And the referees say set and hit that whistle right away so that top man can still get a little bit of a lean in on that start.
And Mac Lunas has to be very careful now, and he gets a point for the escape. So now 2-1, make it 3-1. Jay Borschel with the riding time at 2:21.
And that's how, you know, stalling and officials getting involved right there. That warning right there cost Borschel. I mean, it caused him to let up Lunas and put him to their feet. There's a lot of wrestling to go here. It's only 2-1. You've got to remember that Borschel does have the riding time, but Lunas so good on his feet.
Lunas needs to get his head up, straight back lifting position, but Borschel doing a nice job here of keeping the head down.
Now, he's got the leg hook. If he can pop his head out the other side here, Lunas will have the opportunity to get to himself.
Borschel doing a nice job of tying him up.
Good hold, good hold. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Good hold.
Iowa fans are looking for a stalemate here. They're not getting it.
Lunas now has a chance.
You're neutral. Good hold. Good hold. Nothing. No takedown. Both up. Both up.
Finally, the stalemate comes. No takedown. It remains 2-1. Borschel alongside Jeff Latnick, Tim Johnson, Quentin Kesnick. I'm Todd Harris. These are the Division I NCAA Wrestling Championships presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car as we are in the midst of the 174-pound weight class.
Lunas in again on that ankle, and he did it with a real hard dive to get there. Now he has an opportunity. Again, he's got it. There's the heads out. Let's see if he can move.
Nothing, 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 nothing.
Wow. You're not hearing a boo. You're hearing people yelling for the 2, and the official saying there's nothing there. So Randy Hartman of Escondido, California, our referee, disagreeing with those fans.
His arm was still in the middle. He didn't get the left arm out to wrap around the other leg, and that's why there was no takedown.
There is no quitting this guy right here, Mac Lunas. He is going to go after Borschel. He's gone after him a couple of times, been close. You know, a couple of more shots, and Lunas is going to make it work.
Mac Lunas yielding the 1 escape point. Needs a takedown.
He'll have to play. Either he puts him to his back or he's going to need 2 takedowns.
Borschel so good right here because he's elbow deep right here. Going to catch those legs and squeeze. Catch the ankle. He got the ankle. There's the 2. And the people in Marion, Iowa at Linn-Mar High School, they're going to get their 2nd champion, Matt McDonough of Linn-Mar High School, a teammate when he was a freshman when Borschel won his 4th state title there, and it's looking good.
Still working.
Now don't forget there's a stall call against Borschel, and it's still a minute left.
Wait on my set. You first. 1, 2, set. 3.
There's that 2 points right there for Jay Borschel. 2nd time he's taken Mac Lunas down, but Mac Lunas is not going to give up. He is a fighter. He's not undefeated for nothing here. #1 seed, leader of the Cornell team. He needs to get up, though, and get his base.
Boy, Borschel just holding Lunas flat. What a ride. Over 3 minutes of riding time. I would have never believed this.
They're stalling on.
And the second warning to Jay Borschel, so a point to Mac Lunas.
So with it 5-2, he just needs a reversal to the back. And I say just, but you know, this guy can do it.
This is kind of reminiscent of what Borschel did to Henrich last night. But he's keeping him down.
Well, and here's the deal. Borschel should not go away. Borschel should not go away from what he's doing.
I agree.
I mean, take another stall, you know, from a strategy standpoint. So often a wrestler will go away from what he's been doing because the official tried to get him out of it, saying you're stalling. Hey, the winning strategy right here is to keep doing what you're doing.
Especially if it's been effective.
That's green.
Final 19 seconds in the 174-pound weight class. Jay Borschel on top, 5-2 plus a point for riding time. And he just has to ride this one out, and he's going to be a national champion. That's it. His mom, Carol Borschel, enjoying her son's performance. This is a young man who was down 5 points in the semis. Didn't even think he'd get here, and now here he is, the national champion.
And a rare show of emotion by Jay Borschel.
He is your 174-pound national champion, Jay Borschel, bringing it home to Iowa. Let's set it down to Quint Kesnick.
Jay, congratulations. You took down Mac Lunas twice, known to taking him down all year long. And the first one set the tempo. What was going through your mind in that first takedown? What happened?
It's just all about routine for me. And going to my scores and what's gotten me here, and that's going to the leg and converting. And, you don't get very many chances in a match, so you got to convert them all.
Why was your ride so effective?
It's just, that's one of my biggest strengths is on top, and, the stalling, whatever, but, I was still able to ride him for almost 4 minutes, and that plays into my game plan, getting that point and keep the points away from him.
How do you best describe this moment, to having your hand raised?
It's finally here. It's been a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work and effort, and it's finally here. It paid off.
Yes, it did. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thanks.
Jay Borschel of Iowa, the 174-pound national champion. A very entertaining 174 match. Jay Borschel gets the better of Cornell's Mac Lunas. And Mom making it work for him as well. When we come back to Omaha, we slide to the 184s. Kirk Smith, Max Askren.
NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN2. First round continues tonight.
Chicken and bacon ranch and taste-tastic turkey breast are now $5 footlong subs. Any regular footlong sub for just $5. Hurry in. This offer won't last.
Well, hey, glad I caught you. I was on my way to present ideas about all the discounts we're offering. I've got some catchphrases that'll make these savings even more memorable.
All right. Good driver discounts. Now that's the stuff.
How about this?
They're the bee's knees.
Or this.
Sir, how about just 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance?
Yeah. Good luck with that catching on.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
No matter your age, skill level,
or position, whether you're training or defending the title. Your equipment is your edge to take the extra base, cover the middle, or turn a routine fly ball into a home run.
We know the gear because we live the game. Check out our biggest baseball selection ever.
It's always baseball season at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Every golfer's dream. A tradition renewed each year by the echoes of champions past. Timeless beauty springs again, tempting the world's elite, with danger at every turn. Thunderous roars lie in wait, drama yet to unfold. Its mystique, undeniable. First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Get to your Ford store and get 0% financing. 0 for 60 on the 35 MPG Focus. 0 for 60 on Fusion, the 2010 Motor Trend Car of the Year. And 0 for 72 on Ranger, America's most fuel-efficient pickup. That's 0% financing on Ford vehicles with quality that can't be beat by Honda or Toyota. Fuel economy that sets the bar and technology you'll only find in a Ford. Get a Ford Focus or Fusion with 0% financing for 60 months or Ranger with 0% financing for 72 months.
Check out our March Flat Screen Frenzy. We're giving away 35 flat screen TVs in March, and we want you to win. One TV will be given away every day, March 1st through the 31st, plus 2 on Sundays. What day?
The NCAA Wrestling Championships is presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. As we welcome you back inside the Qwest Center, Omaha, Nebraska, the Division I Wrestling Championships, as we have 3 matches still to come. But a reminder, your NBA destination is ESPN Sunday night, and ESPN shoots an NBA doubleheader. First at 8 Eastern, the Spurs face the Hawks. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the Trailblazers take on the Phoenix Suns. The NBA Special Edition on ESPN and ESPN360.com coming your way Sunday. And then there were 3. We move into the 184-pound weight class. Max Askren of Missouri, 19-2 record, a 3-time All-American, taking on the #1 seed from Boise State, 29-0. Did not place in the 09 tourney, but Boise State, the Broncos, a program certainly on the rise.
You know, what's one interesting thing about this, that 84, the winner of this match for their team puts them into the top 10. Whoever wins this match will put their team into the top 10. Missouri and Boise State, 2 program builder coaches, Greg Randall and Brian Smith.
I think there's a contrast in style. Smith, traditional forward offense, versus Askren, funky, a little unorthodox. He can put you on your back.
And this position right here favors Askren.
Max Askren, the younger brother of Ben Askren, and 2-time national champion at Missouri.
I got blood red.
That is not how Kirk Smith wanted to start this out.
No, he had a great position, but he just couldn't finish.
And there is Ben Askren helping us out on ESPNU earlier this week, a 2-time national champion himself, and he's been there before. He knows exactly what his little brother's going through. Cleaning up a small cut on the forehead of Kirk Smith, the junior from Boise State, the Pac-10 champion.
Oh, it is okay.
A 3-time Pac-10 champion as we check in with Quint Kesner.
Well, Ben and Max, the brother, admitted having a heart-to-heart prior to the Nationals, and they talked about fear and reasons for choking. Max has had great regular seasons in the past, but he's come here and underperformed. It starts to crumble for some reason, but not this year. I asked Ben exactly what was discussed. He sent me a text. He says the results explain themselves. He wants to keep it in the family.
Kirk Smith had a test as far as a funky wrestler who can cradle you with Cannon from American in the semifinals, and he passed that test in flying colors. He won 11-2. He ripped Cannon and never even came close to be putting in a cradle. But Askren, if he can get the legs in and funk you, I mean, you never count him out from anywhere. I just thought maybe Kirk Smith might be too strong and solid for Askren to successfully get funky.
And that makes sense, but you know, Askren's body's a lot different than Cannon's too, and there's that funk.
Wow.
Askren gets the near fall points of 2, so he now goes up 4-0. He's also accumulated enough riding time going over the 1-minute mark. So in effect, Max Askren of Missouri up 5-0 on Kirk Smith, the #1 seed of Boise State.
What I'm impressed with here about Askren is he is getting after it. Now what he's going to have to do is stay after it.
Exactly.
Okay? But man alive, the guy is going for it.
Yeah, he's jumping sides. He's getting out to the side. A lot of people ride behind. He's out to the side attacking it.
Keep going.
Our thanks to Ben Askren for helping us out. He did a great, nice opening piece, and he just really summed it all up. 7 minutes to a national championship as he looks on his younger brother. A quick reminder, the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship continues on ESPN by Capital One. It is Sunday with first-round regional games on ESPN and ESPN2 at noon, and then at 2:30 Eastern Time. You want to check your local listing for the team matchup.
Missouri's last champion.
That
wiry Ellis last year.
That wiry, long body of Askren really poses a problem when he's on top. He's close again. Oh, and he's got it so deep, we might have a fall.
We're neutral.
3 near fall points added to the total of Max Askren. 1 escape point going to Kirk Smith, so he finds himself in a hole of 7-1, make it 8-1 with the riding time.
Well, this is where Borschel found himself yesterday. He came all the way back. Kirk Smith cannot panic here, but right now, Askren having his way.
And do you think it's just the style of Askren that Kirk Smith is just having a hard time trying to figure out?
I think it's because Askren surprised him, got in, got the takedown, and went to his style right away. And so Askren made it work, and he is just so good in the funk.
Yeah, Smith was in on a beautiful shot. He just got countered down. And from that point on, it has not worked for Smith.
Kirk Smith yet to be defeated this year, 29-0, 3-time Pac-10 champion, going up against Max Askren, the 2-time Big 12 champion. And the first period comes to a conclusion, so 2 more sessions.
Red is yours. Stop on neutral fur. Red's good to the fur. Red to first, green to the bottom. Set green? Hey, we're going to go option, okay?
And he chooses a point is really what happens, because Kirk Smith's going to give him that takedown because he's really so good on his feet and solid that he doesn't want to stay on the mat.
He needs to continue to pressure. Under control, but continue to pressure. Askren controlling Smith's right hand. That's big. Hand fighting.
One of several juniors on Boise State's team. They're a team to be reckoned with next year. We talk about the West and the influence of the coaches. Greg Randall from Iowa. Missouri have had a lot of success in the last few years, and Askren, of course, trying to follow his brother Ben's example. 2-time NCAA champion, Hodge Trophy winner Ben Askren. Great influence in his brother's
helping
life.
Randall up there at Boise State is Chris Owens. So you get an Iowa guy and Oklahoma State guy in there.
And then Kirk White's in the corner, a former NCAA champion.
Askren doing what he needs to do, tie Smith up.
And keeping him on the outside of the mat right there. Askren doing a great job right now controlling this match.
Well, you look at the 2 body types, Kirk Smith in the Boise State singlet, small, compact bowling ball, just tough, and the wiry Max Askren out in front now, 8-1 plus a point for riding time.
Look at that, he's got that leg right next to him, but the left hand of Askren controlling the right hand of Smith.
Center.
Work the center, guys.
Right now, there's no stall warnings right here, and just there's got to be more sense of urgency for Kirk Smith. Askren can hang around right now without really costing him too much. Because Askren right now is just backing away.
He's trying to circle in.
Work the center.
Not too hard.
6 seconds, guys. 6 seconds.
Just enough.
We're in here. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So they will go to the third period with Max Askren up 8-1, make it 9-1 by way of riding time, the extra point. Kirk Smith finds himself in a hole as Ben Askren, Max's older brother and two-time national champion from Missouri, watches on.
You notice Smith wouldn't even go down.
Yeah. He turned twice. I wouldn't want to go there either. See if Smith can get something going here with a front headlock. Bounce Askren's head, try to take the corner.
Boise State last had a champion when Ben Charrington won in 2006. Askren has matched his brother's 3-time All-American status. There's a shot. Needs to come up, and he gets the 2. That's what he wanted to do in the first period. He wasn't able to get her done, and Ben Askren took it from there.
So Kirk Smith on the board now with the 2 points for the takedown.
Flood, he's drilling all over here. Hey, man. He's in a clean position. He wasn't turning. That's why I waited till he scored. Come on. I'll keep that in mind.
8-3, Max Askren on top. 8-3, his brother Ben looking on. Two-time national champion. It was always about the fro. Fear the fro back in the day. And this kid, talk about an explosive wrestler.
And he was a 4-time All-American, Ben Askren. And Max becomes the first multiple 3 or more since his brother.
Two-time national champion in 06 and 07.
Neutral.
Won the last 87 matches.
4-time finalist. He likes this riser and Matt.
Final 50 seconds in this one. This is the 184-pound class. This is for a national title. It's Max Askren in the gold from Missouri on top of Kirk Smith of Boise, 9-3.
But Smith has gotten a little bit hesitant. He's not really firing in like he did the first time. Maybe he'll go upper body here. 30 seconds. Needs something big.
Askren, a cool customer, knows what he's got in his hand.
Final 15 seconds.
Look at the hand control.
And Missouri looks like they will finish in the top 10 in the team standings.
Final 5 seconds in the 184-pound class, and Mr. and Mrs. Askren, you have 2 children that are national champions. Max Askren gets the victory in 184 over Kirk Smith. He is your national champion, the senior, and 2-time Big 12 champion. Joins his older brother as a national champion wrestler from the University of Missouri. Great job. We now send it down to Quint Kesnick.
Max, what was one key to getting that early lead and setting the tempo?
Mentality, you know. I mean, it was the first match. It felt great, you know. All the pressure's off. Win or lose, my career's over. I went out there, I've done what I've always done. I've done what I've done in practice. And, you know, I've been a little bit, I guess I would say bashful in my technique, but I came out there.
You said you had a heart-to-heart with your brother early in the week. What was discussed?
You know, I guess the discussion was why I clam up, why I choke me, situations, you know, compared to practice where things just come. You know,
What changed this week?
You know, honestly, it didn't feel like a whole lot in the beginning. You know, I was super tense, super anxious before all my matches, and I don't know if that talk, you know, equated to before the finals. It felt great. I went out and performed, but things worked, and you know, thanks to my brother, thanks to everyone. Thank you.
Congratulations, you have your own legacy now.
Congratulations to Max Askren of Missouri getting the victory, and there's his big brother. A great moment for the Askren family. Two brothers, two national champions. When we come back, we shift to the 197th. Craig Brester of Nebraska taking on the #1 seed and defending champion Jake Varner when we return to Omaha, Nebraska.
It's the first time you're letting your daughter shop on her own. So here's your moment of truth, Mom. Which 3G network would you trust to run apps like Family Locator when it matters most? When you want your 3G network to work,
Hey, ready? Yeah.
you want Verizon. Right now, buy a 3G smartphone and get one free, including BlackBerry devices like the Curve for just $29.99 at Verizon.
I'm a shrimp blogger. I've traveled 7 continents just to find the perfect prawn. The legendary Hercules shrimp, blogged it, then I ate it. There was nothing shrimp I'd left unblogged. But when word came in that Taco Bell had Pacific shrimp tacos with 6 succulent shrimp marinated in a waterfall of spices, I had to ask, should I blog it or keep this one for myself? The new Pacific shrimp tacos, only at Taco Bell.
If you're taking 8 extra strength Tylenol a day on the days that you have arthritis pain, you could end up taking 4 times the number of pills compared to Aleve. Choose Aleve and you could start taking fewer pills. Just 2 Aleve have the strength to relieve arthritis pain all day.
In every friendly little competition, there's a winner and a loser. A runner-up. Second best. The one who fell a bit short. Our friends at B&W know exactly how this feels.
So what do you think?
We need his experience.
Yeah, but he has more energy.
Now you can get the best of both. Try Touch of Gray. Combs away a little gray without getting rid of it all.
I've got big plans for you.
Touch of Gray.
Real fans know that preparation is the key to success. That dignity should never get in the way of victory. But most of all, real fans know it never hurts to be down with the mascot. Being a real fan has its privileges. Show you're a real fan and root for your favorite team. To find out more, go to espn.com/Cheez-It.
As long as we're winding up our doing dials, let's wind them with precision. Open our throttle to even more selection and turn that savings swagger a full tilt. So when the time comes to bust open a can of doing, we've got all the tools for all the things we need to make them happen. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get Scott's Naturescapes mulch for the new lower price of just $3.88.
ESPN, your NBA destination. Tomorrow, the Spurs head to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Then, it's a key game for playoff position out west as the Suns host the Blazers. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
First and second round coverage of the Masters, April 8th and 9th on ESPN.
Plenty of emotion inside the Qwest Center in Omaha, Nebraska, the Division I Wrestling Championships. As we welcome you inside the Qwest Center, alongside Jeff Blatnick and Tim Johnson, Quick Kesnick, I'm Todd Harris. Glad to have you with us as we are down to our final 2 matches as we quickly recap what has happened so far. Iowa picking up 3 individual titles by way of McDonough, Metcalf, and Borschel. You just saw Max Askren get his first national title for Missouri, and J.P. O'Connor, only the 3rd national champion
for Harvard. NCAA Women's Basketball Championship presented on ESPN by Capital One continues on Sunday with first-round regional games on ESPN and ESPN2 at noon and at 2:30 Eastern. As we get set for our next matchup in the 197-pound class, you've got a hometown boy in Craig Brester, the number 2 seed. Brester wrestling for Nebraska, the senior, a four-time NCAA qualifier, but he will have his hands full. The number 1 seed, Jake Varner from Iowa State, the defending NCAA champion.
Of course, a rematch of last year's NCAA championship. And Varner has had his way with Brester every time except once. Last year in the 2009 conference championship, Brester won. But this year in the dual meet, it went to overtime. Brester taking Varner down twice. And so Varner knows he's got a formidable opponent in the former walk-on to the Nebraska program.
Imagine that being a walk-on and find yourself in the national finals.
I think they found a scholarship for him somewhere along the way.
I'm sure they did.
I emphasize former.
Craig Brester comes in as a senior, 30-2 record. His only losses coming to Varner. And meanwhile, Jake Varner has given up only 2 takedowns all of the whole year, and both of those coming to Brester. So there is a glimmer of hope here for Craig Brester, the 4-time NCAA qualifier. I mean, these literally are the very best at 197.
Well, what's interesting, as you talk about takedowns, Varner is a 4-time finalist. He has not had a takedown in any of his finals. Even his win last year, there's no takedown involved.
He is the defending NCAA champion, Jake Varner.
Also, the other side of that coin, Tim, would be he didn't give up a takedown, and that's a real key.
Varner knows how to win. He's another one with a coaching change. You know, we talked about Valamont liking Sanderson. Well, I think that Varner has gone to another level with Kevin Jackson coming in and made the world team. Kevin Jackson brings that experience. They had the Olympic coach there now as the head coach. Kevin Jackson in his first year at Iowa State has made a difference with this man.
And don't forget, Kevin Jackson was an Olympic champion as well in '92.
So don't feel too sorry for Iowa State with Cale Sanderson leaving, because they replaced him with a very talented coach, with Coach Jackson. Cale Sanderson moving on to Penn State to start his own legacy there.
Jackson's got a fire in his belly, and he wants to bring a winner to Iowa State for the first time since the 80s.
This will be a conservative match. The two know each other well. Both good at hand fighting.
7 minutes to a national title here in the 197-pound class. Jake Varner, wearing the green bands on his ankles, representing Iowa State, is your defending champion. Craig Brester, the number 2 seed, hometown kid from Nebraska. There you see Coach Jackson up right of your screen, head man for Iowa State.
That's Chris Bono on the left there. Coach Jackson's right. NCAA champion for the Cyclones.
Final 10 seconds here in the first period. 3 minutes gone. No score. No surprise there as we are down to the final 3 seconds. They are so evenly matched. We've heard Jake Varner be called a beast, but right now he is the defending champion until someone knocks him off as we check in with Quint Kesnick.
Yeah, just a little difference in backgrounds for these guys. Craig Brester grew up on a farm in Howells, Nebraska, population 602. Jake Varner from Bakersfield, California, population 300,000. Don't move!
So as we start the second period, Craig Brester starts on top.
Set.
What an escape. Jake Varner picking up the point. Well, this really is the big show. Earlier in the week, on Friday, we had 8 mats down here, which cut down to 6, and now we have a single mat on a riser. And this is what everyone in here is focusing on. Over 16,000 fans turning out here in the Qwest Center of Omaha, Nebraska to watch the best wrestlers in the country go after national titles.
One thing I'm noticing is when the two really lock up, their feet stop moving. And it's going to be hard to score if you're locked up and your feet aren't moving.
Only 5 out of the 20 wrestlers tonight have been in these finals. These are 2 of them. Last year's rematch. The rematch of last year's final here at this same weight class. Varner, of course, won. And we've had 2 freshman winners, 2 opportunities to be 4-timers.
Center in action, man. Center in action.
Just like Cale Sanderson and Pat Smith of Oklahoma State.
You talk about Cale Sanderson and his 150, never beaten in college. Is that something you think we'll see anytime soon?
Well, Tim was just mentioning we got 2 that could beat 4-timers. That's right, but they'll never beat Cale because they weren't undefeated.
You'd have to be perfect to beat Cale Sanderson's 159-0 collegiate record.
Final 10 seconds here in the second period. Jake Varner out in front on the right side of your screen with the green ankle bands. He is the defending champion in the 197-pound class. This is a rematch of the 2009 NCAA championship. So the 2, once again, have risen to the top. You're looking at Jake Varner's mom there on the right, Renee Varner. And his mother,
she looks like Tommy Brand's rocking in a chair.
Just rocking away. She doesn't have a baby in her arms, though, but at one time, she was rocking big Jake Varner when he was a little boy. And I can't imagine as a parent for the work and the effort and the discipline these kids have put in, and now to see the payoff coming for their children.
And this is something that Jake Varner does as well as anybody. He and Ness, when they put the half Nelson in, it's lethal, and so he didn't mind rolling back if he could sink that half Nelson.
Oh, without question. You pull him back in, roll through, and you come out on top at the half in a good leverage position.
Final minute 47 here in the third period. Jake Varner on top, 1-0. Riding time not a factor. And a warning to Jake Varner for the false start.
As a caution. Caution in, yep.
Oh, there's enough separation there. Brester almost got out.
There's the half you were talking about, Tim, but Brester.
Great job by Brester. So Craig Brester of Nebraska picks up a point for the escape, and we are all even again. Riding time not a factor, and we're down to the final 90 seconds.
He kept those hips out front, arched hard, and Varner could not maintain control with the arms.
Right here,
you're going to see Brester try to sit out there, and with that arch, able to pop Varner's arms off his chest, he's able to turn and face.
Okay. Brester shoots on Varner, looking for a 2-point takedown.
Varner's got good position here.
Improve it!
And it's all even. There is no riding time here. Wow. You put Varner in a position, he just knows how to win. Wow.
He had half a quarter Nelson in there, so he was threatening the head, and he just threw it all by.
You know, if he doesn't have to, he doesn't show it. He has to, and he does it better than anyone.
It is takedown one more time.
Good
right
front
here, look
headlock.
at this, and just and he about takes Brester's head off. That's why Kevin Jackson calls him the best wrestler in America today.
Hands in front, please. Hands in front. That's it. Set. Top. Set.
1 point for the escape. So now it's 3-2.
Takedown can win it.
Well, and everything Brester's ever dreamed of, his opportunity's there.
Right
you can't
now.
ask for more than that.
Riding time not a factor, so with the final 30 seconds, Jake Brester's going to need a takedown here to get the national title.
Brester needs to unbalance Varner to launch his attack.
And he scored before on low singles, but look at that head-arm defense by Varner.
And Jake Varner capitalizes on the aggression of Craig Brester as the final seconds tick away. Jake Varner, your national champion. So he becomes a two-time national champion, and Mom Renee can celebrate once again for the Iowa State senior. A tremendous performance by Jake Varner, defending his NCAA crown as he takes that back to Iowa State. Let's check in with Quint Kesnick.
Jake, congratulations. With the score tied 1-1, you found yourself in a front headlock. Describe what happened on that takedown.
You know, I just had to keep your position. You know, keep the momentum going. I knew I was going to score there. You know, I'm real good in that position, and, you know, I made it happen.
You've been here 4 times, NCAA finals. What stands out about tonight?
Finishing my career off with another title. Going undefeated, I haven't done that yet. And it feels good to get it done.
We get to see a big smile, don't we?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jake. Way to go.
So Jake Varner gets the victory, much to the delight of his mother, Renee. Her son, a two-time national champion. Varner brings the title home to Ames. Our final matchup, the heavyweights take the mat. It'll be Dave Zabriskie, Iowa State, and Jared Rochon of Oklahoma State as we'll wrap things up from Omaha after this short break.
A guy named his own price wants a room tonight for $65.
We don't go lower than 130.
Big deal? Persuade.
Okay, 65 for tonight.
You can't argue with a big deal.
Introducing Big Deal Days. Get an exclusive sneak peek at recent winning hotel bids to help you save up to half off and get your big hotel deal now. Because Big Deal Days won't last long at Priceline.
So I was a guy who was never going to have the heart attack. I thought I was invincible. I'm on an aspirin regimen now because I never want to feel that helplessness again.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Talk to your doctor and take care of what you have to take care of.
Right now, when you stay 2 separate times with Quality or any of these other Choice hotels, you can earn a free night. 1 + 1 = free. No matter how you add it up, it's free. Book now at choicehotels.com.
What you gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
NCAA Women's Basketball Championship presented on ESPN2 by Capital One. First round continues tonight.
I felt completely comfortable buying a Toyota.
These cars that we've had have been exceptionally safe.
Your loyalty has helped make us the #1 car brand in America. So we're offering you our biggest thank you ever. And right now, you can lease a new 2010 Toyota Tundra for just $299 a month. Or choose the Tundra with 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash.
Thank you for standing by us.
The happiest day of your life is approaching, your wedding. So brides and grooms, you won't want to miss the Wedding Band Show and Sale March 20th and 21st at Siebke Hoyt Jewelers. We'll have hundreds of stunning bands and engagement rings brought in just for the show, many at amazing special discounts. Enjoy cake and refreshments and 6 months interest-free financing. It's 2 days only, the Wedding Band Show and Sale March 20th and 21st at Siebke Hoyt Jewelers, corner of 1st Avenue and Collins.
Welcome back to the Qwest Center, Omaha, Nebraska. These are the Division I NCAA Wrestling Championships presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. ESPN, your NBA destination. Sunday night, ESPN shoots an NBA doubleheader. First at 8 Eastern, the Spurs face the Hawks. Then at 10:30 Eastern, the Portland Trailblazers take on the Phoenix Suns. The NBA Special Edition on ESPN and ESPN360.com coming your way Sunday. So we're now set for the final feature of the night, the heavyweights. The 2 seed Jared Rosholt of Oklahoma State with a record of 34-2, and the number 1 seed David Zabriskie, 25-2. He defeated Rosholt in the Big 12 championship. So a bit of a grudge match. Just moments ago, Jake Varner winning an individual title for Iowa State.
Well, Jeff, I mean, you're the guy here at heavyweight, but not to offend you, but here, what I'm going to say is, here we go again. Who's going to win in overtime?
Well, it could be that. Zabriskie has a good shot to his opponent's right leg, and he likes to do it near the edge of the mat. Rosholt likes to snap the head down before he shoots.
I think Rosholt has to score early to get the advantage in this in the match, because you are right. When it gets to the end of the period or on the edge, Zabriskie just has something about him. He knows it, he likes it, and he usually executes well in that situation.
And if Dave Rosholt sounds familiar, gentlemen, for the folks out there, the wrestling fans, it should.
Jake Rosholt, 3-time NCAA champion for the Cowboys. Watch your hands! Watch your hands! A family from Idaho, but when Jake went to school, they moved down to Oklahoma, and actually Jared is a graduate of Ponca City, right up the road from Stillwater, Ponca City High School.
Jared Rosholt in the orange from Oklahoma State. He is a senior. Dave Zabriskie, also a senior at Iowa State, the Big 12 champion, the 3-time Big 12 champion.
And the number 1 seed the last 2 years in this tournament, Zabriskie.
9 national titles have been handed out individually. This will be our 10th and final match of the night. Iowa has already won the team titles. They put 5 men into the finals tonight, winning 3 individual titles of those 5.
Rosholt has unbalanced Zabriskie twice now, where he's got him running, and I'm surprised he hasn't tried to follow up behind him and try an opportunity to score. Now this is where Zabriskie likes to shoot. It's near the edge of the mat.
Stop! 102, Gary. Looks like Jared Rosholt has done some good scouting there, because he saw it coming. Final minute here in the first period. This is the heavyweight national championship from Omaha.
There's the snap. Good front headlock.
We're in, and up.
All those snaps come off of Rosholt's left-hand collar tie.
Dave Zabriskie, representing Iowa State, taking on Jared Rosholt of Oklahoma State. Zabriskie to the left, he has the red ankle bands, and Rosholt has the green. No score yet here. Final 25 seconds in the first period.
Action!
Final 10 seconds. Pace a little slower as the hand fighting continues on. The final 2 seconds, and that goes into the books. So we'll get set for the second period, and we'll check in with Quint Kesman.
Red, heavyweight division, the weight limit is 285. I did some research. These heavyweights weighed in a little difference. Jared Rosholt weighed in about 243. Zabriskie weighed in at 228. So 15-pound difference. How significant is that, Jeff?
15 pounds at heavyweight is inconsequential. Nothing at all. Used to be a heavyweight was unlimited, which meant anything over 190 pounds could wrestle a person 400 pounds.
And Zabriskie at 228 seems like the trend is smaller and faster heavyweights.
Yep. Right now, that's the trend at heavyweight.
Zabriskie right there showing his lighter form, wrestling like more like a 97-pounder, staying with Jared Rosholt, and Rosholt moving very well from underneath.
And Jeff Latnick, as an Olympic champion, who's the biggest guy you've ever wrestled?
Internationally, 450. NCAA's about 380.
Holy smokes.
But that's all gone now. 285 is the limit. They want mobile heavyweights, and it came after the champion, who was a 350-pounder, said in his Sports Illustrated article, I knew if I didn't hit an offensive move, I'd win. They want action.
Not to put you on the spot, but what were you weighing in at that
Back in the day, about 230.
He was spry.
Rosholt, of course, going ahead there.
Fear is a powerful motivator.
That escape.
Jared Rosholt scoring the 1 point for the escape as we come up on 1 minute to go in the second period. Scheduled for 3 periods, 7 minutes to a national title. This is our final event of the night from Omaha, the heavyweight national championship.
Now the chess match continues.
We talked about Rosholt having the brother, Jake, the 3-time NCAA title. He says he doesn't really feel the pressure. I'm glad to be in the finals, he says, and it's been a dream to win, but my family loves me anyway, and we're close. And his brother, younger brother, Adam, is now a Cowboy as well, so this is not the last Rosholt. We'll see. Wow.
And 2 points going to docket for Dave Zabriskie, 2-1. That is with 22 seconds to go in the second period.
That is very questionable. Here, watch it. Great recovery from, now it looks like he's dead in the water, but
he's got both legs.
Yep, he had it just momentarily. Good call. It was trapped. It wasn't really caught.
Correct.
Trapped.
It was trapped underneath.
So 2-1 now. Zabriskie on top. Rosholt trying to get the 1 point for the escape.
And he needs this. This would really help him before the end of the period.
Huge points in this match right there.
Start injury time, green. 12 seconds here in the second period. We have injury time, and this is
Tyrone Lewis.
Up to 90 seconds they can take there. Riding time not a factor, so 2-1 reflects the score. And Jared Rosholt of Oklahoma State being attended to.
Tyrone Lewis and Chris Pendleton in the corner. Of course, John Smith, the head coach. There's Kevin Jackson.
Now, Pendleton, that was Askren's nemesis. Ben Askren, the 2 times he lost in the finals. Mr. Pendleton.
How about Kevin Jackson? Does he know a thing or two about wrestling?
Olympic champion. You know, been coaching at the national level, freestyle national team coach. He knows plenty of wrestling.
We talk about Tom Brands and what he's done at Iowa, Cale Sanderson going to Penn State. Kevin Jackson at Iowa State, if you got the guy that used to run the USA wrestling program, you might be enticed to go there.
And also Chris Bono, who used to be he's an Iowa State product, NCAA champion, went to Chattanooga as the head coach. He came back to help Kevin Jackson. So they've got great coaching there.
Seconds, 1 injury timeout for them. It's a real arms war in the Big Ten right now with Iowa, Iowa State, and Penn State having successful coaches and successful programs. And
wow,
there's the escape. Fast on his feet is Jared Rosholt, and we go 2-2. And a nice way to answer at the end of the second period. So that takes us to the third and final period, all even at 2.
Look at this move right here. He gets his hips underneath him, then he hip heights out, separates and gets the escape.
So it's all even at 2. 2 minutes to a national championship. Jared Rosholt and David Zabriskie.
Rosholt looking to try to tilt Zabriskie here, but they go out of bounds. Coach is yelling at him, don't slide to your back, stay on your hip and pull him into your lap tight. No space.
Set. Still on top.
Comes on to Zabriskie's right-hand side.
There's been a few wrestlers that have done that tonight. I like that.
Big escape point now for Zabriskie, and he moves ahead 3-2. A reminder, riding time not a factor, so this is a reflective of a true score, 3-2 Zabriskie. And now we have the final 90 seconds of this championship.
When Rosholt really snaps with his left arm, it forces Zabriskie to take a couple steps. That's his opportunity to launch the attack.
And you can hear Tyrone Lewis say, use his tie.
Again, you see him making them step and step.
Jared Rochelle of Oklahoma State needs a takedown. Trailing 3-2, under a minute to go.
Effectively sudden victory right now. From the standpoint of Rochelle, he needs the takedown. Probably won't be answered if he gets it. It'd be a winner for him if he could.
Looking up at the clock is Rochelle, knowing now that he's under 40 seconds to go and trails by 1.
And look where Zabrisky's hanging out, right near the line.
There's no stalling warnings right now, so Zabriskie in a great position to win this match because he does not have to attack.
Rochelle should just take him out of bounds. There's your warning.
You got a warning, Red! Get in the center, keep wrestling!
Now he has to step forward.
You got a warning, Red!
Final 15 seconds.
Zabriskie needs to step forward.
3 seconds. This is it.
Iowa State 2 in a row for the Cyclones.
Dave Zabriskie, your heavyweight national champion from Iowa State.
He seems to like the new coach.
And what a great finish for Iowa State, winning the last 2 matches. Coach Jackson's got to be happy. Have they answered the call that Iowa has thrown down? Tremendous performance. We set it down to Qwest.
David, the difference was that takedown in the second period. What happened near the edge?
I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was out there scrapping, and I just kind of fell into it.
You're allowed to be out of breath.
Oh, thanks.
What's it like to have your hand raised?
That's awesome. That is the best feeling in the world right there. Nothing that compares.
Congratulations. Go celebrate.
So the night ends with an Iowa State wrestler having his hand raised as a national champion. Dave Zabriskie, your heavyweight winner. We'll be back to Omaha to wrap things up after this short break.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
John, your car's here.
Go get him, Tiger.
When you're hitting the road for business,
Good luck.
Enterprise will pick you up and get you on the road to success. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
So what do you think?
We need his experience.
Yeah, but he has more energy.
Now you can get the best of both. Try Touch of Gray. Combs away a little gray without getting rid of it all.
I've got big plans for you.
Touch of Gray.
It was easier than I thought.
I was done in no time. Stain was a snap. Protective finish was smooth.
So easy I did it again.
Minwax makes and keeps wood beautiful, easily.
Oh, thank goodness you're back.
What's going on, sir?
We're slammed. Tons of people interested in all the money they could be saving by switching to Geico.
Yeah, of course.
Boy, did we miss you last week. That temp wasn't working out at all.
Took me all morning, but I got those quarterly figures for you.
Oh, he ate all my mints.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Even the zesterific Italian BMT and delicious Subway Club are now $5 footlong subs. Any regular footlong sub for just $5. Hurry in. This offer won't last.
Does your phone do searches? Does your phone do searches, for example, the word human? Does your phone do searches for human on the web? Then Google Maps for places named human? Your contacts for any friends named human, which would be weird if you had one. Even your music for songs you forgot you downloaded? Droid does. Search all digital creation. In a world it doesn't, Droid does.
Right now, buy a 3G smartphone and get a second one free, like the Droid. Only from Verizon.
I was getting depressed because of all the stress I was feeling at home. Had a poor credit score and the number would haunt me wherever I go. Thought I'd move to a place where my credit could sink and nobody would care. I just wish that somebody had told me that place was a Renaissance fair. FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind them and singing our song, 'cause we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, pointy slippers and green wool tights.
Free credit score and report with enrollment and triple advantage. This is not the free credit report provided for by federal law.
If you're taking 8 extra-strength Tylenol a day on the days that you have arthritis pain, you could end up taking 4 times the number of pills compared to Aleve. Choose Aleve and you could start taking fewer pills. Just 2 Aleve have the strength to relieve arthritis pain all day.
The NCAA Wrestling Championships is presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. We'll pick you up. And in part by Touch of Gray. Gets rid of some gray, never all.
Back in Omaha, Nebraska for the final time at the Qwest Center, the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships presented on ESPN by Enterprise Rent-A-Car has come to a conclusion. Final team standings, Iowa gets their 3rd straight national championship. Cornell, though, a big surprise, sitting in 2nd place.